that was that mic. Oh, it would just be you and I talking for 2.5 hours.
Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Fullback gives it to the left side. Nice here. Smith pushes to the defense. It's a touchdown, Wildcats.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, and bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
He takes the snap, drops, pump fakes, fires downfield, caught, touchdown!
Now, let's head out to the action for the Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to York Suburban's Dick May Stadium, where we've got homecoming being announced right now. And welcome to our Friday Game of the Week, which is going to pit the York Suburban Trojans and the Kennard-Dale Rams. Be an interesting call tonight. Our boy G, Gareth Hissong, is down in South Carolina celebrating one of his friends' upcoming nuptials. And so I'm going to be doing the play-by-play tonight. This is Andy Brea, and with me is a Hall of Fame guy that we just, print media, game time, Steve Navaroli.
Yeah. Well, it's been, I don't know about Hall of Fame, but it's been a long career. I'll put it that way. Nearly 30 years of covering high school football. Probably my maybe third time behind the mic during a game, so I'm really looking forward to it. When you found out that Gareth wouldn't be with us, so you reached out to me right away and thought, hey, why not? Let's put the headset back on.
All right, we got Logan over here taking care of everything else, and believe me when I tell you, taking care of everything else, okay? So, our pregame show tonight is brought to you by Flying Feet, and we got a good one tonight. Steve, Kennard-Dale comes in here with a little chip on their shoulder. They want to turn this thing around, but they're up against the York Suburban Trojan team that's really, really tough.
And it's a Suburban team that we kind of saw coming in the making the last 2 years when a lot of these kids were playing significant minutes as sophomores last year. Then they're doing it as juniors. Well, now they're seniors. I mean, they're returning 20 players, counting both sides of the ball. That's pretty significant stuff. And you mentioned Kennard-Dale with the chip. You know, that stems from the Rams came in last year also 3-1. They had a 25-6 lead. Coach Group was telling us, and Suburban ends up turning it around, gets a win, and it set the Rams into a little bit of a tailspin. I'm going to tell you this: no matter what we see tonight, I don't see that tailspin coming, though. I think this is a different Kennard-Dale team. And we're down on the field. I'm like, okay, they're good, sizable young men. I don't think they're going to fall off the chart, whatever happens tonight, kind of like last year. But it is going to be a mountainous task. I mean, it really is.
Absolutely. Suburban, I'll tell you what, at every position they are loaded. They can throw the ball. They can run the ball. they've got kids on both sides, the lines, and that's the line play I thought this year has really been huge. Central, great defensive and offensive lines, but this Suburban bunch, they're averaging about, 240 across both fronts.
Yeah.
Now, we got Matt Benevane will be out tonight. He's a tackle, 6'2", 245 sophomore, okay?
Yeah, but he's being replaced by 6'3", 280 Nazir Spellman coming in. So, yeah, that's not, Matt's really athletic, and I think there would be, but I'm sure Spellman will do the job. But again, we're also going to see Garth Barkley that you did not get to see in week 2 when you covered the Suburban game.
We came here that week. He was dinged up. He is not tonight, and I'm looking forward. 6'7", 255 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, behind him is Savon Harrison, 680 yards, 8 TDs, 10 yards per carry.
Yeah,
that's pretty significant.
10 yards, I'll say.
Go to the other side, and you got the McCleary kid.
White McCleary, yeah.
Go ahead. He's got 722 yards on 71 carries, 10 TDs.
Yeah.
And he's averaging 10 yards a carry.
And his averages or his stat line is actually number 1 in the division, the 722 yards and 10 touchdowns. Right. And obviously, Kennard-Dale's, they're going to move the ball on the ground. That's a given. But having a horse like that, and another thing, when we were talking to Coach Grew before the game, he's actually on pace. Let's hope the young man stays healthy. He's on pace to break the school record for career yards because White, he came in midway through his freshman year. And he's on a pace to break a record set by one Brandon Maruzic, who's a kid who I watched because Kennard-Dale was really good then through a good stretch under Doug Wilkinson. And Brandon, he was a 3,000-yard guy. And to the point where when I wrote about him one time, I had somebody reach out. Simi Strasbaugh, the famed former Red Lion athlete, Simi reached out to me and said, "You mean Kennard-Dale's a 3,000-yard kid?" I said, "Yeah, and he's amazing." And that was the impact Maruzic had on this program. And now we're seeing another young man just like it.
Well, he's going to be the workload tonight because they're going to go 90-10. And like I was talking to Andy Locks, the Suburban coach, how many guys are going to put in the box tonight, Coach? I want to know if he puts 11 in the box at any one time tonight.
But he did say not 11, but he didn't leave much room either.
Right, absolutely. All right, when we come back for the coaches' interviews sponsored by Coco Insurance in just a minute.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sport Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Yet rolls. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Salvo's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Welcome back to our pregame show. We're at Dick May Stadium, York Suburban, where the York Suburban Trojans will host the Kennard-Dale Rams. And with me now is the head coach of the Kennard-Dale Rams, and that's Chris Groove. Coach, all right, that's Suburban, all right? You run the wing tee. starting a new quarterback. Talk a little bit about the challenge of coming here tonight.
So, great atmosphere tonight. It's their homecoming, our first division game. This is their second division game. I'm really excited to see how our boys match up with these guys. And, of course, all eyes will be on number 22 in the backfield for us and number 2 for York Suburban. So I'm excited to see how our guys do against Savion. He's probably the premier back in the county, right next to Wyatt. So we're looking to see what we can do, and hopefully we put on a great show tonight, not just for our fans, but also York Suburban.
The Maloney kid, talk about your loss of Patrick and what he brings to your team.
So losing Patrick's a critical loss for us. He's a two-way starter, starting offensive tackle and also defensive end for us, so we had to move some guys around. He's a D1 AA, D2 kid. Been in our system for 3 years. He knows everything about what we got to do up front in terms of making the proper calls. And, he's a captain. He'll be on the sideline. He'll be helping out our backup throughout the game, and I can't ask for anything more from him with that.
A couple of keys your kids got to do well, Coach, to get out of here with a W.
So the biggest thing tonight is we need to contain Savion, keep him in between the tackles, as I said a couple days ago to other reporters. He does a great job of pressing the line of scrimmage and then bouncing it out. So as long as we can keep him inside the tackles and then, limit those big chunk plays, I think we'll be in great shape. I'm excited to watch 16 a little bit. He hasn't had to really throw the ball much this year due to the teams that they've played. So I'm curious to see how well we're going to give him some pressure tonight to see how well he can stay under control, and if we can get in the backfield and stir him up a little bit.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show on 98.9 FM and 1350 WOIK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
If you build it, he will come.
So the famous line goes in the classic baseball movie Field of Dreams. Well, at Brooks Huff Tire and Auto Center, we did just that. We built a family-owned, friendly, clean, state-of-the-art, multi-location tire and auto repair business that covers all 4 corners of York County.
Go the distance.
For over 75 years, Brooks Huff has been serving its customers and stands behind its work nationwide for 24 months through the Goodyear Tire Service Network and the Napa Auto Care Program.
Ease his pain.
Unexpected vehicle repairs can hurt the family budget, but our preferred customer card offers special deals, rebates, and up to 6 months no-interest payments on many services. And from September 3rd through the 17th, get up to $325 back on a set of 4 select Goodyear tires.
People will come, Ray.
Come visit Brooks Huff at our Shrewsbury, Leader Heights, Hanover, and Manchester, Pennsylvania stores before the offer disappears into the cornfield. Or visit us on the web at www.brookshuff.com.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
I love York.
They just got done announcing the homecoming queen down here. Steve, we're going to do the look around the league right now. See what other games we've got tonight on tap in the YAIAA. We got Littlestown at the Lone Catholic. That should be a good one. I'll tell you what.
Rivalry game.
Rivalry
games are always good. I mean, think of the mileage between the two. It's not far.
No, and I'll tell you what. I give the Lone runs the wing tee the way it should be run. They'll get you going. Eastern York's at Dover. Dallastown at Northeastern.
Northeastern, I think to this point has been, between them and Central. Flip a coin. Who's the best team in Division I? And that's a good test for the Bobcats at home. And Dallastown, it's the youngest Dallastown team I remember in a long time.
All right, York Votech at Hanover. Hanover down this year.
Freshman quarterback, though. Freshman, Chris Gruby was talking about a freshman quarterback there, and he thinks the young man's going to become something. He's probably got to take some lumps early, but that's an interesting game. Big
rivalry here, Biglerville at York Catholic. I like York Catholic and Fighting Irish. Mm-hmm. Played a good one against Susquehanna. That game was an anomaly, I think. I'm not sure about that game that night.
And the thing that is Biglerville's coming off, they're starting to get the offense moving. I mean, for them, they just need to finally get some points, get something going.
Bermudian Springs at Fairfield. So Spring Grove at York High.
This is a better Spring Grove team than we have seen in some time.
Absolutely.
So I think that makes that game all the better. You like York's chances, but I do not sleep on the 2019 Rockets.
Susquehanna, I think, has got their work cut out for him, but I think this might be the best game on the board tonight, and that's Susquehanna at Gettysburg.
Gettysburg is really good, but I think Steve Wiles has Susquehanna playing really good, and that's a battle of the Warriors. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Warriors win that game.
Of course you are.
Of course.
All right. Red Line at Southwestern. I believe even at home, it's a home dog, Southwestern. I like the dog in this game. I like Southwestern.
Well, and it's easy to know Red Line coming off just, maybe their worst game under Jesse Shea in the years he's been there, but they've never played 2 bad games in a row under Jesse Shea, and that makes that. And Southwestern is coming off a huge high, a road win at Dallastown.
Right, which how many years?
Confidence,
oh
my
right.
goodness,
Has that happened? Right.
Long
New
time.
Oxford at Central. Okay. Central right now playing some of the best football.
Just playing phenomenal
in the area. So, and New Oxford, high-powered offense. That should be a barn burner. Yep. And tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow.
Actually, it's tonight.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah, I think they may be using Albright because while missing, unless they put lights in that I'm unaware of, which is possible. But yeah, that is a night game.
All right. So, West York and Why missing, and that finishes up our Hunters Hill Ortho look around the league. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, I believe we're going to have the Andy Laux of York Suburban interview.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings Happy Birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Welcome back to our pregame show. With me now is the head coach of the York Suburban Trojan, that's Andy Laux. Coach, you got Kennard-Dale coming in here. They got a little chip on their shoulder. They're feeling pretty good about themselves. Talk about playing them tonight on homecoming night.
Well, I mean, for me, I could care less if it's homecoming or the first week of September, November, October, whatever. it's a division game. If you want to win the division, you want to make the playoffs, you got to beat the people in your division. I mean, that's just the way it is.
We talked about it here a little bit just now. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. Talk about your defense tonight and how many guys you think you may jam in the box. Am I going to see 11 guys in the box? No safety?
Well, you won't see 11, but you'll be pretty close to that.
Make them one-dimensional. But you got McCleary. You've got the right kid out, the Benevania kid, next man up for you. Your kids are playing really well. Talk about some of your offensive players.
Well, like I mentioned, when we were talking before the break, our offensive line actually played their first game together last week against Eastern. So that was big for us to get all those guys back and let them get a game under their belt and start working together. We really started to see them click towards the second quarter and the end of the first half. So that's big for us to get those guys all back playing together. They're a huge part of our team.
I didn't get to see the Barkley kid. I'm looking forward to watching him and Asim play tonight.
Yeah, he's been practicing now for 3 weeks. He's been cleared to play. Last week was his first week he was cleared to play, and he's back to his old self. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good kid. He works hard. He plays hard. I mean, he's just like his brother.
A couple of keys, Coach. Your kids got to do well to get out of here with a win tonight.
Well, we got to tackle on defense. I mean, that's anybody. But you got to tackle on defense. You got a team that's going to run the ball as much as they are. We can't let dumb plays hurt us. Broken plays, stupid penalties, that kind of stuff. And on offense, we just got to play our game. We got to block. We got to run, and we got to play hard for 4 quarters.
What was the quote I like? Turn potential into results?
Yeah, I mean, all the stuff in newspapers are great, but if you don't play on the field, it doesn't really matter. I mean, reporters report, players got to play.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show on 98.9 FM and Sports Radio 1350.
If you've been thinking of going to college and you would like to play sports when you get there, join our team. Earn a Penn State degree and continue to play the sports you love. 6 collegiate sports are now available, including baseball, soccer, men's basketball, women's softball, and women's volleyball. For more information, check out our website at PennStateYorkSports.com. Once again, that's PennStateYorkSports.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show, brought to you by Flying Feet Sports Shoes on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's right before kickoff. The Stripes are at the center of the field discussing. I hope that's the last discussion they have tonight. Okay? They got to handle this well. I did not catch who was receiving, but we'll do that. Keys to the game, Coach. All right? That's the Brooks off keys to the game.
keys to the game, as the coach has said. It's strictly for Kennard-Dale. It's trying to contain Savion, Suburban's big back. That's the big thing. And Savion Harrison and his nearly 700 yards and 10 yards per carry, and pressuring the quarterback was something else they added, because I think we're going to see a little more balls in the air there. On the other side, the key was for Andy Laux. He said tackling. If you're gonna see a run, you're gonna see a lot of people in the box, but you got to make the tackle, and that's the key. And he also added, don't let dumb plays affect you. And we're getting ready for the kickoff here.
Here we go. Suburban must have won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Suburban will be going from our left to our right in the first quarter, and Kennard-Dale getting ready to receive this kick. Deep down the center of the field, that's number 1 for Kennard-Dale. That's Nolan. And he's at the 35, pushing people down, and he's out to the 43-yard line. Nice run back.
About a 30-yard return, and a very patient 30 yards. He didn't get the ball and just try to go. He waited. He let his blocks form. Nice return. DJ Nolan, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore, 153 yards on just 10 carries. Leads D2 in yards per carry at 15.3. Here we go. Jacob Copenhaver is going to be your quarterback. Copenhaver, a 6', 170 sophomore.
Here comes that wing tee. And there's Nolan, and he breaks free. He's out into the secondary, and he's into Suburban territory at the 37-yard line.
That, Andy, is just a great play call to start a series, to start a game. I think probably everybody's thinking McCleary, and you give it to Nolan, and he cuts off tackle and goes.
And that's the key. He got outside, and that's the thing that Suburban cannot let Kennard-Dale do. If they can get wide and split them out a little bit, then McCleary's going to run wild between the tackles.
Exactly. Nolan only, so you got a senior and a sophomore in the backfield. And that was really well done. And wow, early timeout called by Andy Laux. I think he sees something he does not like.
Well, I can tell you right now, he didn't like what he saw right there. We'll stay here for the time being.
Maybe about the quickest timeout you're going to see all year broadcasting.
40 seconds. Starters for the defense for Suburban.
Okay, on the defensive line, we have Isaiah Pineda at the DN, 6'3", 235. Devonta Embry-Banks, 6'3", 245 at the tackle. Nizer Spellman, 6'3", 280. And, of course, Syracuse-bound Garth Barkley at the other end, 6'7", 255. Jamal Lewis, you better be good. Team leading in tacklers, only a sophomore. Dermot Pogson, also 20 tackles, and I believe Jeff Raffensperger's filling in for Kevon Wright. Nate Banks, David Moy, Mike Benavenia, only a freshman, and Harrison round out the defensive backfield.
1st and 10. Copenhaver drops back to pass, and he wants it all. And a nice catch, but I believe it was made out of bounds.
Yep. Pretty nice throw for a guy not called upon to throw. I mean, his first high school start as a sophomore. He showed us some run there.
Great coverage down there by a kid that I really like. That's that Savion Harrison.
Yeah.
He was all over him, and the only place he could have caught that was 2 yards out of bounds.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was very good coverage, but
2nd and 10.
Surprising play call.
Right. Ball on that Suburban 37-yard line. Going from our right to our left. Copenhaver under center. Motion. And he gives it to McCleary right up the middle. And wow, he just breaks it for 12. And that's what happens when you open up the outside, you open up then the middle.
And, okay, now that's a run. That is strictly on. I mean, McCleary did a great job following his blocks. The line opened up that hold, though. I mean, I know Andy talked about making sure you're tackling had nothing to do with that. They couldn't get a hand on him.
Justin Walls is out for them at center, 2'6'2". I don't know where to get these kids. 2'6'2", 260. So it's either, let's see who's under center. Center 64 right now. Yep. Nate Argerio, 5'9", 160. So you give up 100 pounds at the center position. There goes Nolan around left end, and again following his blockers. and picks up, looks like, just a yard short. That's a 9-yard run by the sophomore. And right now, Kennard-Dale having their way with York Suburban.
And moving the ball, and there's a case where that's 3 running plays that they've gotten into the Suburban defensive backfield.
10-17 right now on a running clock. And that's what's going to happen tonight. Run, run, run. See what happens. 2nd and 1, 2nd maybe and 2. Again, McCleary behind Copenhagen.
He's got Nolan lined up at the slot, now in motion.
And there goes Nolan around the other end. He waits, got first down, and he's down at the 10-yard line.
Ooh, that young man is patient.
Absolutely. You know, you do that as a running back. Get in behind your guys, let them make their blocks, and then you got to pick your spot, pick your lane. And he did a nice job that time. So they're on a 10-yard line. They have to score. They cannot get a first down. The nose of the ball is right on the 10-yard line. 9:40 left. And here comes Kennard-Dale. Nice drive right now. Started at their 37. Copenhagen under center. Hands off to McCleary. Stopped right away that time. See the number? That's number 54.
With the carry. Brought down by
and also
64, Devontae Banks.
Yep.
Devontae Embry Banks.
Yep, and Mike Benevalia, the freshman, came around off the defensive backfield, came around and made the tackle.
I'll tell you what.
The back.
You're going to say his name a lot tonight, Steve. The kid, when I was here the last time, really impressed me. Only a freshman, but he's everywhere. All right, they split out. Number 9 is split out wide. That's Colin Griffin, wide receiver. But there's McCreary again, and that time Suburban just jammed him at the 9-yard line.
That actually may have been Josh Vipperman. Did I see 26 right, or are you on that 22?
I think I was on. You were right. Okay. Tough to see right now. Got a little bit lights, dusk. All right, so throwing down, I would think. This is where Copenhagen is going to earn his spot now.
I'm not going to bet on that one.
Okay.
I'm going to watch DJ Nolan maybe get the ball in that little misdirection coming out of the wing.
Well, you're going to have to get Suburban. Everybody in Suburban going right.
Stop anytime.
Little action here in the booth. Nice job. And we're going to get a hold.
It's also Vipperman there. It went for the surprise, I think.
So Josh Vipperman, the 5'10", 150-pound senior, loses 5 yards, but you got a hold against Kennard-Dale. Obvious to everybody. That's going to back him up. So 7:58 clock stop, no score. I believe you got to decline this penalty.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. You take the 4th down there, although, I don't know the kicking situation. Does Lauk say we'll back them up, take them maybe out of potential field goal range, and they'll take a chance on giving them an extra down?
That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to dare him to throw. Now, when you're a wing T team and you got a brand new quarterback in, tell me what you do. You got to play for 3rd and 25?
Yeah, probably not. No. Yeah, I'm not sure a pro set team really, truly has a play for 3rd and 25.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Copenhagen under center, McCleary and Nolan behind him. He wants to throw, being rushed.
Big pass rush there. Oh,
the ball's on the ground, and Suburban's got it, I believe. I believe he tried to pitch it. Copenhagen made the mistake, tried to pitch it. And I believe Suburban's got it. I haven't seen no signal.
Yep. Harrison came up with the ball there at the end, and I don't know if he tried to pitch or was it ripped out. It came out of a crowd, and that may have been an inexperienced play. And that you're thinking it's 3rd and long, make something happen, try not to lose yards, and probably ended up
did a little more than he needed to do.
Probably needed to there. Yep.
But that's what happens when you got the new guy underneath. All right, here we go. Reinecker comes out. He's in the shotgun. Next to him is Savion Harrison. 1st and 10. And the pitch is to Harrison. And he's just leveled.
J.J. Kennedy really extended nicely. And if you remember, Coach Grube said to us before the game, it's about containing. That was a good job. If you hold him to 2 yards a carry, you're doing your job.
Absolutely. And, 7:23 left. Suburban moving from our left to our right. That was a 2-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 8. Let's see what Suburban. You've got 2 wide to the wide side of the field. Reinecker hands off again to Harrison. And again, only a 2-yard gain, maybe? Yeah. So we got 3rd and 6, and Kennard-Dale doing exactly what they need to do right now against this big
stepped in from the middle linebacker spot, made that tackle, and again, containment.
Again, Suburban, though, looking to try to establish the run maybe here, but Reininger's got a live arm. Be interesting to see. So wide out, you got Jace Henderson. On one wide out, you got David Moy, who I really like out there too.
Team leading in 5 receptions. They haven't had to throw the ball.
He rolls to his left, Reinecker, and he's got number 2 on a first down. Nice job by Savion Harrison. Ran a little out for 7-8 yards, gets a first down, moves the chains. So they're in the Kennard-Dale territory at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 with 6:26 left.
Very disciplined play there by Reinecker because you had Moy off to the races, but, the idea is get a first down. Don't worry about going, it's 3rd and 5. Get a first down.
And that's what happened. Moy took the skinny post, clears, and then leaves it. He clears everything. Safety went with him. You run Harrison underneath. Reinecker back again in the shotgun, and that's where he'll be all night. And he wants to throw and being chased. And a nice catch, number 88, and that's a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Isaiah Pineda. Nice job that time. Nice pitch and catch from the 48-yard line. That's a 48-yard touchdown pass from Max Reinecker to Isaiah Pineda.
And you know what? If you look,
Pineda, excuse me,
6'3", 235 pounds. That is a prototype tight end.
Absolutely. There's a lot of D2 colleges, even D1 colleges will take that.
Yeah.
And now the kick up, and the extra point up, and it is good. So with 6:12 left, we got a 7-0 Suburban lead, and we'll be back right after this.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
All right. Number 12 teeing it up now for York Suburban, and that would be their kicker.
So not only does he, not only did he run that fly pattern that was a perfect decoy, he just warmed up his foot, and it was well above his head. So
here we go. And it's a squib kick. And it gets by. Nolan's got to chase it down. He has to pick it up at the 1-yard line. This could be trouble. And I'll tell you what, they stop him at the 16-yard line. And that's where a kick receiver must catch the football. You cannot let that thing roll around, roll back there. Didn't get in the end zone. And now you start deep in their territory at the 15.
But I think we can blame the time of day a little bit for it. We got that dust. The lights aren't doing much, and that ball stayed so low.
It is kind of dark right now.
It may have been hard to pick up. I mean, because I had trouble, and our view's perfect.
Yeah. So here we go. 6:06, 7-0 Suburban. The Rams starting on their 15-yard line. And we got Copenhagen under center. Had a pretty good first series, made a couple of mistakes late. And that was a misdirection and had me gone, and that's number 14. That's Darius Bailey, a wide receiver. Must have came in motion, but he picks up just about 18 yards, or excuse me, 13 yards on that play, and that's a first down.
It's good.
Nice misdirection.
Yes.
Nice misdirection. Get everybody. He got what you did that time is you got everybody going to the right. Darius Bailey comes back to the left. Big hole. He had me faked out.
Oh yeah.
Under center to give this to McCleary, and he's fighting for yards and gets hammered after a pickup of 2. So the ball out to not quite a pickup of 2, maybe a yard and a half. So it's going to be second and a long 9, a short 8, whatever you like. Right now, the middle of that Suburban defense is just being brutal.
Right, and there we saw a little bit of the speed of 5'8" sophomore Jamal Lewis at the linebacker. I mean, that's a small high school linebacker, but he's so athletic, and you saw it on that play.
I tell you, he can get it done.
Well,
Lewis
that name be better.
Right.
You're going to have that name.
Nolan again, and he's been the horse right now. And again, he gets good yardage on the outside going off that outside tackle. They're blocking down. Nice job that time, and he's got it close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it.
And
going to make it third. Yep, it's going to be
first down.
First down. So right now, Kennard-Dale's done the first thing on this drive. They got out of the shadow of their own goal line. So at least they changed field position. But Copenhagen again, a little bit of mistake on that end of that first drive. Let's see what he can do here.
But from there, I mean, he helped take them, and you can say, well, all he did was hand the ball off. But he seems to be in control while doing so.
Out wide, number 21. That's Stephen Lukes. And again, that's McCreary, and he gets just every time he touches the ball, you got 4 guys just pounding on him.
He was bottled up, and that was Dermot Poxon on the so Lewis M. Poxon. I think those are 2 names we will call a lot defensively. And there's the thing, if you look at Suburban with that big front line, even if they're not making the tackles, they're making the Kennard-Dale offensive line do so much work, and that's where Pogson and Lewis then come up and clean up.
We come again, and now Nolan split the wide one side. There's that little roll by the slot back, but again, nothing going right, maybe a yard. So a big third down here, and this is what Kennard-Dale cannot do, Steve, in my opinion. You cannot get behind the sticks. And 3rd and 8 against this defense with a team that does not throw the ball well, is behind the sticks.
That's a tough, I mean, that's kind of not what your offense is designed to do. Right. I mean, ideally you get 4 or 5 yards of carry. You don't have to worry about 3rd and 8.
7-0, Suburban, 3:13 to go, first quarter. Kennard-Dale comes out. Copenhagen, McCleary in the backfield. Now they switch. They're coming right at us. He's going to roll and throw. And he's got McCreary in the open. Can he get the first down? I don't know what that was. It looks like maybe a block in the back on a downfield, but he's got first down yardage out of bound at the Suburban 45-yard line. But let's see what the laundry's about.
Yep, they are.
They're pointing at Kennard-Dale, so that's just going to come back.
Blocking the back. Good call, Andy. Now, we're going to be a spot foul. They're going to end up about the same place they started.
Right.
Because McCleary had the first down, but then they'll back it up. So it won't be too bad. It'll be a little more manageable.
So you go from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 2, which, again, like you said, this is a manageable down for Kennard-Dale. So the mistake hurt them, but let's see what they can do here. You got to get outside with Nolan. You got to get that play, that misdirection, where you get Suburban's line going one way and you come back against the grain. That's what's going to work against these big studs they got.
I like that little dump-off pass, though. Give the young man a little bit of confidence, a little bit of feel for the game early.
They're jumping him out of the pocket, and I think that's where they got to go with it.
That's Vipperman again.
Yep, and it just too long to develop. And that played right into Suburban hand. You lose 3 yards, and with 2:38 to go first quarter in a 7-0 Suburban league, Kennard-Dale's going to have to punt it away, and Suburban's going to get the ball back.
Yeah, and he had to deal with both Garth Barkley and Nate Banks coming up from the cornerback position. That's not a win-win situation.
This kid's a junior, 6'7", 255. Wow. The punter right now back for Kennard-Dale. Nice punt. They're going to let it bounce. It bounces at the 25 down to the 23, the 22, 21-yard line. And nice job by the Kennard-Dale punt team. And Suburban will take over. 2:02 left, 7-0.
Puts the Trojans at the
We'll go to break.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
All right, that first down carried by Savion Harris, a loss of 2 yards. Nice job by the Kennard-Dale defense right there. And right at the moment, you know, we're here at homecoming in Suburban, and Kennard-Dale's, the Rams are giving them all they want right now.
I agree. And first off, let's start. It's just a stunningly beautiful night for high school football.
You can't beat this.
You know, and J.J. Kennedy was totally responsible for that play. He was in the backfield.
Reineker's going to throw. He's got a nice. He had a wide open number 7. That's Jace Henderson, but got licked by, I believe, is that number 4? No, excuse me, number 9. And that's Colin Griffith. And he just got there at the same time the ball did and did a nice job. So 3rd and 12. Big play right now for both teams. A minute 13 left, 7-0 Suburban lead, first quarter. And Kennard-Dale can give themselves good field position if they can stop this high-octane
I'm glad
offense.
you said that, because it's a field position battle when you're down here. And, you know, ideally, if you get a stop, you get the ball back near midfield. So
3 rushers. Let's see if they bring a little pressure from the outside. They're going to bring 4. No, here comes 5. And he just overthrew him.
Yep.
So, little pressure from Kennard-Dale. They bring 2 linebackers, 3 down linemen. Little blitz that time, but they got to punt it away. And a nice job by the Rams that time.
That is a great defensive series. How many times this year has York Suburban went minus 2 yards on an offensive series?
And we were at break in that first series or the first play, and they lost 2 yards. Nice job of the outside linebackers to stretch it out that time. All right, Suburban's punter is Griffin Smith. And the ball's going to land on the ground, and that's not what you want. And now rolls for Suburban's way, and it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 35-yard line with 54 seconds left, change of possession. And Kennard-Dale right now is showing that they belong on the field with Suburban. Take away one big pass play, and this is a nothing game. So Kennard-Dale right now. And Steve, I don't know about you, but you let a team hang around that shouldn't hang around. And I'm not saying Kennard-Dale should not be in this game, but the longer they hang around, the more good they feel about themselves.
Well, and you know what? Aside from that one play, I hope they feel good about themselves, because they've showed us a lot this first quarter.
All right, there's McCreary with the ball and just licked right there by number 54.
56 and 54 there, so you had Spellman. Spellman and Banks once again. Or Spellman filling in for Matt Benevigna on the defensive front.
Yeah, and what did you say? You give up 245 for 255 or something?
280.
280. I'm sorry. I mean, some big boys down there.
Yep.
2nd and 10. 20 seconds left. 7-0 Suburban. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Copenhagen under center, Nolan and McCreary in the backfield. And you're going to get Nolan off the right side, and he's got positive yardage. And he's got about 4 before they jam him up, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter with York Suburban leading Kennard-Dale 7-0.
Teamwork, commitment, and passion. Those three words are the foundation of what has made Brown's Orchards and Farm Market a favorite Southern York County destination for 70 years. Stop in for crisp, juicy apples, meet friends in the cafe and coffee bar, or shop the greenhouse for fall decorating. And while you're there, grab your favorite Browns football party food and cheer on your team. We applaud every player and fan for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. BrownsOrchards.com.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
You scared me.
All
right, welcome back. Started the second quarter. We're going to change sides. Ball's on the Kennard-Dale 41-yard line. It's first and 10, or excuse me. It's 3rd and 4. It looks like 3rd and maybe a short 4. So here we go. Big play, I would think, right now for Kennard-Dale.
I don't know why they.
I have no idea what's going on here, but Copenhagen just got swamped, and he's still moving the ball.
Positive yards, though, when he had no business getting positive yards.
Okay.
Well done, young man.
So,
because he's wrapped up by 4 Suburban players, including that rather large Mr. Barkley.
All right, so a nice job by the front 4 of Suburban's defense, and Kennard-Dale's offense is going to have to punt. Their punter, Nicholas Caravas, back to punt, and deep is Nate Banks, and he can burn it. And this is one he should field and run back, and he does. First man misses. He's at the 35-40, and that's about 43, 44-yard line, and that's where Suburban will start the second quarter. 11:09 left in the second quarter, 7-0 Suburban. They've got the football at their own 43-yard line. About what you thought we'd see tonight, or maybe a little more from Kennard-Dale than we thought?
Well, where I'm really impressed with what Kennard-Dale's done is up front, because I'm sorry, if you look on paper, it's no knock on the Rams. If you look on paper, just look at the sheer size difference in these lines. And I've been really impressed with the way Kennard-Dale's line has played on both sides of the ball.
All right, 1st and 10.
And we got a flag. Must be I'm guessing an illegal substitution, usually when that comes in that way.
This is what happened last week in the red line game. And me and Logan are going to start shuddering because we cannot have that. Maybe no. No, there's no flag. What?
And nope, picked it up.
Picked it up.
What I think happened was the back official thought he saw a substitute that shouldn't have been in the huddle run out, and turns I think he ran to the end.
Here we go. We got trips to our side. 2-12 and 7. Jace Henderson. Savion Harris is wide.
Outside, yeah.
And there's
quarterback
Reiniger. Gets 2 and wrapped up right there. And who is it? McCleary does a nice job. They gain maybe 2. So it's 2nd and 8. And Reiniger comes off a little bit slow. Savion Harris takes a seat for one play.
Grant Cooper made the first hit there and actually slowed him down until his teammates came and cleaned up. Well done.
2nd and 8, 10:38 left in the half. Banks in the backfield now in place of Harrison. Reiniger in the shotgun, ball snapped. He flips it to Banks, and Banks has got room. Cuts back. He's in the open. Wow. He's out of here. 30, 20, 10. Adios. That's 6. And I'll tell you what, he made one cut. I would love to know the number of the seal block by the tackle. He made one cut, got to the second level, and he just went 55 yards for a score. And that's what Suburban does to you. They don't wait long. They just do it. Nice job with 10:18 left. It's a 13-0 lead, Suburban. Griffin Smith gets ready to kick the extra point. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and it's good.
Nate Banks, a 5'9", 160-pound junior, was flying on that. I'm not sure he's 5'9", though. No. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Great job, Nate Banks.
10:18 left in the second quarter, 14-0. We'll go to break.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
York's home for the NFL. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
All right, welcome back. This is what happens when you play Suburban. They score on big chunk plays. So you run your offense, you do a good job, but if you can't stop the chunk play, and that was a 55-yarder, and Nate Banks just blew by everybody.
Yeah, including his own line.
And a squib, they're going to let it go out of bounds, and you get the ball on the 35-yard line. So a mistake that time by the kicker, number 12, and Kennard-Dale should take over on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. So with 10:18 left, it's a 14-0 Suburban lead, and this is what could not happen to Kennard-Dale, Steve. Now they're down 2 touchdowns, okay? Still a lot of time in the game, but this, already in this game, this is a big possession right here.
And the 2 touchdowns, Andy, they're averaging 52 yards on those. Other than that, you take those 2 plays away. Not just the obvious, the score.
Copenhagen under center. Again, there's a little reverse. Number 14 has the ball. And he does a nice job getting a first down out to about the 48. Number 14.
Darius Bailey.
Darius Bailey again on a little reverse. So to give the ball to McCreary, he hands it back to Bailey coming from the slot. And a nice gain, 14 yards.
As a coaching staff, as a defensive coaching staff, is that got to be one of the hardest plays to prepare for?
Well, it is.
Because you're a pursuit team.
You're a pursuit team, but there's one man on the opposite side of that defense that has to stay home, whether it's the defensive end or the linebacker. And if he doesn't stay home, that's what you get. Copenhagen again, and right up the middle, nice hole, and about 6-yard gain on first down by number 26. And again, that's Vipperman, Josh Vipperman, 150 pounds, 5'10". I don't see anybody 145. I think that's what I played at. But that was soaking wet. They weighed me soaking wet.
Yeah, but you probably don't weigh a whole lot more than that now. Unlike me, who was about $145 in high school. And
all right, second and 5, ball on Suburban's 47-yard line, 46 maybe. Here we go, Copenhagen under center. It's given to McCleary. He wants the end. He's got it. He's got first down and more. He's got blockers in front of him and out of bounds on the 32. That's about a 15-yard gain and a first down. And Kennard-Dale right now moving the ball well. 8:52 left, second quarter, 14-0 Suburban. And like I said, this is a big possession. So the ball's spotted on the 35, 1st and 10.
Total credit, Jeff Mathena and Gabe Holslander on that left side of the Kennard-Dale line. They blew the holes there.
225 Holslander. That's a big boy as a junior.
Yeah.
Here he comes, Copenhagen with just McCreary in the backfield, but that's not going to last long. And there it is. Copenhagen wants to throw it. He's got a man open, but just completely overthrew number 13, J.J. Kennedy, the tight end. And he did a nice job crossing the field, getting open. He just missed him, 2nd and 10.
When you run that kind of offense, if you can use a play fake like that, and again, how many times do they really, run that play? I mean, that's a repetition play if you can do it.
And I think that time Copenhagen will learn coming forward. You got to keep coming to the sideline. Keep rolling it out. Keep rolling it out. Hold it as long as you can. Make that throw a little bit tighter. All right?
I'm not holding the ball that long if I got Barkley chasing me down. I'm sorry.
Nolan's in the backfield with McCreary. He wants to throw again, but there's the blitz, and there's the screen. Set up nicely to McCleary. He's got blockers in front of him, cuts back. He's inside and pushing people to the 11-yard line. Well-designed play that time. They let the defensive lineman come. He just got it away to McCreary, and I mean just.
I thought it may have been picked going the other way, but that's what made the play work. And then McCleary gets it. I think he carried somebody the last 9 yards of that.
I think
totally
he did.
Carried him.
A nice job by his offensive lineman out in front of him and clearing him and getting him to the second level. All right, ball on the 11-yard line. 7:55 left, 14-0. 1st and 10 for Kennard-Dale. They can get a first down inside the 2-yard line. McCreary with the ball. He wants to go wide, and he drives it inside the 10-yard line to about the 8, maybe the 7. So positive yardage, 4 yards on first down. Again, they can get a first down inside the 2.
Barkley got that tackle from the side, and Banks fought off his block to congest it enough to let Barkley chase him down.
You know, I'm going to have to come and take the night off one night and just come and watch Barkley. Or maybe get a film and just watch him, you know? Man, going to Syracuse, having offers to Syracuse, that's awesome. All right, number 9 goes wide. That's Colin Griffin. 2nd and a long 6, ball inside the 10-yard line. And that's a play that looks good. He could get the corner. No, he does not. Nice job that time.
By Moy. David Moy.
David Moy chasing it down. Looked like he could have got the corner, but Moy closed it really quick.
He had the corner, but Moy just didn't allow it.
Right, exactly. And I'll tell you, Moy did a nice job down closing it down. 3rd and 8.
Well, just think of the speed. I mean, again, with this team, you love the size up front, but the speed in the defensive backfield between Moy and Banks, Harrison,
Benavenia's a freshman.
They're fast.
Yeah. Let's see if they bring some pressure this time. Copenhagen under center. He's going to roll. They bring pressure. He's got a man in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
J.J. Kennedy on that catch.
Nice pitch and catch by the guy that just started. He got leveled. He hung in there, and he's walking off slow Copenhagen. But a nice pitch and catch to number 18. Excuse me, 13.
J.J. Kennedy.
J.J. Kennedy.
You have a 6'3" tight end, throw it up there and let him make the catch. He did a great job. He was covered. I mean, that ball went between 2 guys, but it was perfectly thrown that he was the only guy that could catch it.
And I'll tell you, give Copenhagen all the credit in the world. There's the extra point attempt. It is up and good. So number 9, the punter.
Yep, Colin Griffin.
Yep, Colin Griffin puts it through the uprights. And guess what? With 6:10 left, second quarter, it's a 14-7 score. Suburban on top.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 6:10 to go, 14-7. Guess what, Steve? We got us a football game.
We definitely have us a football game, and Kennard-Dale's real impressive. We were talking about it in the break. How about the maturity shown by a sophomore quarterback, knowing he was going to get hit and throwing a perfect strike to your tallest receiver.
And the kid ran a nice pattern, corner the end zone. He didn't have a big window to put it in, but like you said, and that's what I was watching, Copenhagen just standing there, and he got leveled. And look at this, a pooch kick. And a nice job by the Suburban guy. No, nice job right there on the pooch kick. Kennard-Dale's Grubb's pulling out all the stops.
The thing is, it bounced off a Suburban player up front. Maybe it bounces your direction. You fall on it, just happened to bounce backwards. And really a pretty alert play by Ty Posey to fall on the ball because that could have been trouble.
And that's good coaching. When you see stuff like that, you don't pick it up and run with it. You just drop down and let your offense come out and go to work.
Oh, and especially with this offense. I mean, nobody has to do too much.
65, Brennan Sterner wasn't in the game, so here they come. Reineke in the shotgun again. Jamal Lewis right next to him. And here comes number 2, Savion Harris. But I'll tell you what, nice job by number 1, DJ Nolan. Wow.
Talk about closing. I think that's DJ Nolan saying, wait a minute, I can run too.
Absolutely. You know what? I just from an observation, with all them big guns up front, why don't you just pound that thing between the tackles and see what happens? Give them, let them just blow out of there, go tackle to tackle a couple of times. That's where I'd start.
But you wore leather helmets.
Yeah,
so
right, I know. Reineke's rolling to his right. He's got a man open. That's a first down. Nice pitch and catch right there. That's a gain of about 13 yards and a first down at the 48-yard line. And that was number 7. Jace Henderson, but again, flag on the field. We got a hold?
I believe that is in the area of holding on that rollout there.
This is not what you want if you're York Suburban.
Trying to see. I didn't even see where the flag came down, where the spot was.
This is what I don't like is they wait to give you the call. So everybody, and the umpire's about to give us the call now. Holding. Yep. Holding on Suburban, so you're going to push him back.
Going to be back to about 25, I believe.
No, they're going to take him to the 20. That's 15.
So it was further back. Yeah. Well, 5. It's 10 from the spot.
It's 10 from the spot. So now you've got second and 25? Yeah, second and 25. Reineke back to pass. He's got a man deep. Did he hit him? Nice catch by Nate Banks. And I'll tell you, falling down, going backwards, what a beautiful throw by Max Reineke and a great catch by Nate Banks.
A little bit of a slingshot motion on that. Kind of came from the side. Looked like me trying to throw a curveball, but that thing didn't curve. It was perfect.
That's a 35-yard, and that was good coverage.
It was.
Banks went and got that ball.
Yep.
35-yard pass play. Max Reineke to Nate Banks gives him a 1st and 10 with 4:57 left in a 14-7 game at Kennard-Dale's 45-yard line. Reineke wants the ball, pitches it to Harrison, who is stacked up right there. And that's a loss of a yard.
For a 1-yard loss to 46.
Big play there by Holsander. He is the leading tackler he leads the team in tackles for losses, and he just added another one to that list.
Right, and you weren't with us at the game last week. Logan will tell you this. We did about a 2-hour first half last week. Okay,
we're moving a little quicker.
We're moving a lot much quicker. Knock on wood, right?
Not have jinxed
All right, 2nd and 11. Reineke wants the ball. He's in a shotgun. He hands it again to Banks. Banks is through the middle, and adios. He's gone. That's a touchdown. 10. I'm sorry, Harrison. Goal line. That's a touchdown, and that's what you can't do. Again, where do we say to run? Right up the middle. He broke through the 2 tackles, got into the second level, and once he's in the second level, it's just a foot race, and he's gone. I knew he was a touchdown when he was at the 35-yard line.
47 yards, and, he saw the hole, he waited, and then he went.
I tell you, to have a weapon like that, that's unbelievable. Now, Griffith Smith for the extra point with 4:04 left. It's 20-7, and we're awaiting the PAT. And it's down, but no good. They missed it. So, with 4:04 left, Suburban 20, Kennard-Dale 7.
Fair time is here, and Maple Donuts brings you a taste of the fair with their tasty cotton candy donut. Enjoy this treat through September 15th. This donut features cotton candy flavored cream, topped with fun blue and pink cotton candy color icing. With the autumn chill soon in the air, pumpkin season begins at Maple Donuts. You'll love their pumpkin coffee, cappuccino, pumpkin fritters, and donuts. Fair time or any time is the right time for Maple Donuts. At Maple Donuts, they know a thing or two about donuts.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, 4:04 left, 20-7 Suburban, and I'll tell you, they've done it on 3 big plays. Right, Steve?
The numbers, 47, 48, and 55. That's the yardage on their 3 touchdowns.
And that's unbelievable. I mean, once Harrison broke to the second level, got into linebackers, he just accelerated and walked right away from the safeties.
Kind of the same thing we said about Banks on the last one.
Kick is taken short at the 25-yard line, and that's McCreary's got the ball, and he puts his head down and gets it out to the 39. So moving from our left to our right with 3:58 left and a 20-7 Suburban. Out in front, Kennard-Dale gets the ball again, and here we go. Again, I'm going to say it all night, and from here on out, it's the way it is. They want to stay in the game. They need to put points on the board. If Suburban can score like that whenever they want, it's almost a must to at least maybe just run out to half. Keep the ball for 3:58, run the time, go in 20-7, and come out again fresh.
Well, we would have thought even one of the secret key to the game, keep the Suburban offense on the sideline.
Well, that time McCreary got hit by number 75.
Yeah, that would be Hayden Toman, who comes in off the bench at 6'3", 275. What does that tell you?
I don't know, but what are you feeding these kids? Okay, there's some big boys out there. That play going nowhere to no gain. 2nd and 10, 3:31, clock moving. Copenhagen comes out under center. Lone setback is McCreary, and he's right up on it. This one's going to Nolan around the left end. He cuts back up, gets a nice positive gain. He's out close to the 47-yard line, maybe the 46. So it's going to make it a 3rd and manageable 3 yards.
3rd and
3?
Yeah, 3rd and 3. It's manageable, but I'm telling you, what we're seeing from Kennard-Dale tonight is going to pay them dividends down the road. Wherever this thing finishes tonight, if Nolan is going to run like this, they're going to be really dangerous.
Because they're up against a serious football team.
Yeah.
Right here. Again, there comes that little reverse. And guess what? Was that Nazir there? No, that's number 64.
Yeah, that would be
Devontae Embry Banks,
ball ends up with number 14.
who was 3 yards deep in the backfield and just broke that reverse up. They tried to run that reverse. It's 4th down. Are they really thinking about going for this?
Loss of 2 on the play makes it.
Well, my hunch is
4th and 5.
I think they're going to run the clock down, call timeout, and then make the decision of exactly what they're going to do. That would be my
Yeah, but when Suburban can score in 8 seconds, how much time can you run off the clock?
Well, but and here's the thing though on this. Is Suburban can they score from the 44? Yes. If you punt it, they can score from the 14.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right. So but timeout, we'll stay here. Minute 55 left. Looks like timeout.
Yeah, Kennard-Dale let the clock run down, and they took their timeout.
So Kennard-Dale's going to get to pin them deep. They're going to try to, but you've got I'll tell you what. This Banks and Harrison, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Junior and a senior with that kind of speed. I mean, we saw both of these Banks, both of these guys just blow through the line, and you just can't touch them.
And Moy isn't exactly slow either. So
and like you said, they're running against 255 behind, 255, 275, 190, 245.
How many high schools is 190 your smallest or your lightest? I should say. That's impressive.
That is very impressive. All right, so Banks goes deep. and he's back down there. He's back at about the 25-yard line. Nice high punt. Banks is going to field it, and he's going to go with it. And a nice job by Kennard-Dale to stop him right there about the 34-yard line. So we're 1:46 in the half. Suburban gets the ball at their own 34, first and 10.
Key being a nice high punt, and, of course, who made the first contact? Nolan.
Right.
That young man
Of course,
is a
I tell you, he's got some speed on him.
Oh.
But now, if you're York Suburban, you want to just keep doing what you're doing. But Kennard-Dale right now needs to stop.
Yeah.
They want to stay in this game. They cannot give up 6 here. All right, so Reinecker under center. Is he going to go? Yeah, he is.
Yes, he
First time tonight he's going under center. So Reinecker's under center. The pitch, and there's the reverse. 14.
I thought he wanted to throw it.
He might have. He did
throw it.
And I believe that's caught. I believe that's a catch. They're going to give him that? Yes, they are. That's a catch.
And that was Reinecker on the catch.
Okay, so about a 9-yard gain on that, but you're right. That's a touchdown if the Kennard-Dale defensive line doesn't get through and jam the player that had the reverse. And it's a first down now. Now they signal first down Trojans. Ball on a 44. Minute 19 to go in a 27 Suburban lead.
That's the kind of play you can run late in the half like this. You sneak your backup quarterback into the wideout spot, hand him the ball, and he throws a pass to your quarterback.
All right, here comes David Moy on this side. He's one-on-one, I formation behind Reinecke. And there he is. There's Banks. And I tell you, nice job that time.
Grant Cooper.
Nice job, Grant Cooper. I think he saves a first down and much more right there.
He saved about 25 yards. Grant Cooper, 5'9", 245 sophomore. He did not look slow at that size.
No. Timeout. Looks like timeout Suburban, I would believe. Yeah. Stopping the clock with 56 seconds left. They want to score here. They want to try to get this thing over. They punch it in the end zone here, and it's going to be a long night for Kennard-Dale. But Kennard-Dale impressed me since the beginning of the game. You know Suburban's good. They got the big guys. They got the speedsters. Kennard-Dale has played a very disciplined game defensively. Staying in their lanes, trying to keep everything. You're just getting beat by sheer speed of foot. That's just fleet of foot, and that's what's better. Now Reinecker's back in the shotgun. He's got Harrison on one side and Banks to the other. He wants to throw deep. There's the short out, and he just missed him. Trying to get it to Jace Henderson, who was down there about 10 yards. So 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the ball kind of came out of his hand with a little bit of wobble, so it probably had a little slip.
He had Jace Henderson right there for the first down. Now I'll tell you what, you can get Reinecke a little bit of time. You get either Savion Harris go deep and throw it to Jace Henderson underneath.
Left here,
yep.
So
now
Harrison
in motion all by himself. He's going to run a skinny post, and there's number 88, tight end. So now you're 3rd and 2.
Pass is complete to number 88.
Let's see, 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. It's going to be, and the clock is still running. So now timeout Suburban. I believe if you're Suburban, you go for this. I believe Andy Locks goes for this.
Oh, I would think so. You
got the horses. You got 3rd and a long 2.
They don't run a lot, and you mentioned it earlier. They don't run a lot of power.
No.
Offensive plays, but now's your chance to kind of do it. And
with guys like Banks and Savion Harrison, and even Jamal Lewis, the fullback, you got so much speed in the backfield. They don't need a lot of room. You know what I mean? They get and once they get to your second level, that's where you got to be. That's where you got to be afraid of them. So here we go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And this is without Kayvon Wright.
Right.
Starting normal fullback who's injured
with a broken foot.
Yeah.
So here we go, 4th and 2, ladies and gentlemen. 32 seconds left, 20-7. Suburban, empty backfield. We're going for it all right here.
Timeout.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Chris saw that empty backfield and said, wait a minute.
Chris Grube went, okay, timeout. I don't have enough defensive backs. Can I put 12 guys on the field?
Yeah.
Not unless you want a penalty. So we're here. It's been a quick first half. A well-played football game, not a lot of penalties. After Logan and I suffered through, I think that first half last week was 3.5 hours. It felt like 3.5 hours. The second half was much quicker, but only because we were in the mercy rule on the running clock. But so let's set the table for you. 4th and 2, ball on Kennard-Dale's 48-yard line. 32 seconds left. And let's see if we go empty again. We do. We got Savion Harris on one side of the field with Donald Dent. He wants to throw. There it is, short. And that's Donald Dent. First down, gain of about 8 yards. Ball's on the 40-yard line. They only used about 6 seconds.
And he walked the sideline perfectly.
Right.
I mean, just went out, caught the ball out of bounds.
Now, Suburban really cannot use the middle of the field unless you're going for all of it.
No timeouts
They
left.
have no timeouts on the clock, and you really can't run. So they're going to go empty backfield. Reineke wants the ball. That's got to be some kind of penalty. There's the flag. Somebody got away quick.
Motion.
And I believe it was number 7, Jace Henderson. Yep. That'll set you back 5. But in this situation, really doesn't do you a whole lot of harm.
5 yards doesn't mean a whole lot, especially on first down.
But you got, as a player right now, you have to be aware of down in situation, time in situation. 27 seconds, no timeouts. You have got, if you catch the ball, you have got to get out of bounds. And if you can't get out of bounds, don't catch the ball. Here we go. Reineke in a shotgun. He's got time. Does he have anybody? He has nobody open, and now he's going to get sacked inbounds, and that's going to run the 19 seconds off, and we're going to be
on that sack.
Absolutely
Coverage sack though. McCleary makes a nice play, but that is 100% a coverage sack.
Number 14 for Kennard-Dale's defense. That's Darius Bailey back there, and number 1 DJ Nolan, and that's the end of the half. And we go to halftime with Suburban up 20-7 over Kennard-Dale. We'll be right back.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
All right, we're at halftime where it looks like is that the Trojan band or no? That's the Kennard-Dale.
That'll be the Kennard-Dale marching band.
That's a Kennard-Dale marching band getting ready to come out here and entertain the homecoming crowd here at York Suburban. Steve, this is our Vito's Pizza halftime show, and let's start with Kennard-Dale. Let's start with the visitors. A nice job by them coming into a hostile place on homecoming night. And I know Andy Locke's, poo-poos the homecoming thing, but that gets your kids fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And does a nice job. Chris Grubb does a nice job play calling, setting up the defense, and really, other than the 3 big plays,
And it's easy to say, well, take out those 3 big plays and
Right.
you have a different game.
But you can't.
That's true, but you can't because they did happen. But yet, everything else they did was positive. I mean,
Right.
outside of the fumble. You know, so you look at a team that came in here, and look, on paper, Suburban was a big favorite. I mean, and I think some people may look at this and say 20-7 and maybe be a little surprised that it's that close. I've been impressed that, and Kennard-Dale's actually showed us maybe a more open offense than I expected.
And really, and he said the 90-10 ratio, I read in the paper today, the 90-10 ratio may be closer to what he wants to do.
Yeah.
This Copenhagen kid's got an arm on him.
He does.
He's not getting a lot of time to throw the ball. That touchdown, the 7 points they got on, was a great catch by their tight end.
J.J. Kennedy.
J.J. Kennedy. But I'll tell you what, the kid stood in the pocket, and he knew he was going to get hammered, and he stayed till the last second and let a beautiful throw go on a rope and then got hammered. That shows a lot of poise as a sophomore. That makes your head coach.
Oh, no doubt. And this is his first start. It's his first high school start. He came in the second half last week, and Grube was impressed well enough with him that he got the start this week, and I think we're seeing why.
Oh, absolutely. And I just think the entire Kennard-Dale bunch, it really did a nice job. Now, let's go over to the other side. Suburban is supposed to be good this year.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be good this year. That being said, again, that quote, potential must equal results.
Yeah.
He's getting them. He's getting his results. When you play York Suburban, you might hold him first down, you might hold him second down. You got to watch those chunk plays now. There are 3 tonight already in the game against the Lone, where it was 351 to 349 in total yards. 3 chunk plays there: kickoff return, interception return, big run. That's what Suburban does so well. And I'll tell you, moving forward, that means you can't jam the line of scrimmage. Opens up your offense all the way around.
Oh, no question about it. And I think what we'll see too as the season goes on is maybe a couple more plays to get maybe Moy involved more. Some more things being done on the outside. We saw a quarterback throwback there late in the half.
Right.
So I think we're going to see more. And if your big tight end is going to haul in 48-yard touchdown passes, that means you're using your whole offense to its capacity.
Right. Jace Henderson got some looks tonight. Dent got a catch tonight. But you're right. Moy, not so much yet. Isaiah Pineda, he had a nice touchdown tonight. Reinecker throws a nice ball. And like you said, we're doing all this without Kevon Wright on the field. He's got a broken foot. He's going to be out a while. And these 2 guys, Savion Harris and Nate Banks, other than maybe guys on York High, I haven't seen that kind of speed in a long time.
They have some serious speed. And the thing, we mentioned, you said it, not so much with Moy. However, that's one darn good decoy. If you're going to say you take 3 guys deep and they're following them deep, that will clear some space. He has the ability to do that, even if he never touches the ball.
All right, we'll come back with more of our Vito Pizza's halftime show right after this.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, welcome back to the field, ladies and gentlemen. 6:52 left in the halftime. Kennard-Dale's band is on the field now doing a great job. We got a 27 game here with Suburban on top. Let's go over a little bit of game stats by my man Logan over here giving me stats, and that's the only way I'm going to have him today. Wyatt McCleary for Kennard-Dale, 7 carries, 30 yards, 2 receptions for 42 yards, and defensively had a big sack in there, so doing it on both sides of the ball. DJ Nolan, 4 carries for 29 yards. Josh Vipperman, 4 carries, he only had 1 yard. Jake Copenhaver, 3 of 5 for 51 yards, 2 carries for a -4 yards, and he had a 9-yard TD pass, and that was to J.J. Kennedy, which was a nice job, and the kid hung in there. And Darius Bailey had 4 carries for 29 yards. They have 88 yards rushing, 51 yards passing for a total of 139, and 7 points to show for it. On the board for Suburban, Savion Harrison, 6 carries, 46 yards. That included a 46-yard TD run and 1 reception for 7 yards. So the Kennard-Dale did a nice job on Harris on the other 5 carries. Problem was they let him get loose with that speed for 1, and it was over.
No, okay? I'd say they did a great job on him. Except once.
Except once, and he made you pay, and that's what happens. Nate Banks, 2 carries, 57 yards, with a 55-yard TD run in there and a 35-yard reception. Isaiah Pineda had 2 receptions for 59 yards, a 48-yard TD reception. Cam Brewer, 1-1. He had for a 10-yard pass. And Max Reinecker was 5 of 8 for 102 yards. He had 102 yards, a 48-yard TD pass. He did a nice job in there. They had 164 yards rushing. And he did a nice job right there. That doubles Kennard-Dale up at 88.
Well, keeping in mind 164 yards rushing, well, they had 102 on 2 plays.
On 2 plays.
Touchdown runs.
And that's what they do to you. They kill you with the big play, and then you get behind, and then it's uphill from there. Kennard-Dale's going to have a tough task. We'll talk about that when we come back. But right now we'll go to break. This is the Vito Pizza's halftime report.
Get your football party started with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Jet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Jet rolls. Get Best Jet 12 packs of soda and Best Jet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show, brought to you by Flying Feet Sports Shoes on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Welcome back to the Vito Pizza's halftime report. And now we're going to get our look around the leaves. Steve, what do you got?
Okay, Bermudian Springs halftime holds a 37-0 lead against Fairfield. Halftime just around the corner from here, York Catholic 21, Biglerville 6. Second quarter, Central 19, New Oxford 7. The Colonials are for real.
Absolutely.
So they're hanging in there. How about a hanging in there? Northeastern 7. Dallastown 7.
Whoa.
That is not what I expected there, considering.
Is that a halftime score?
That is a halftime score, how the Bobcats have been. Halftime, DeLone Catholic 14, Littlestown 0.
That was my upset pick of the week.
You
was
may have
DeLone.
had a good one.
I don't know yet, but it's
maybe one of the bigger shocks. Winless Dover as a second quarter 21-0 lead at home against Eastern. So now the Battle of the Warriors, not much of a battle. Gettysburg 29, Susquehannock nothing at the half.
But you told me the Warriors are going to win that.
I said the Warriors are going to win that game, and I'm sticking with it.
Okay,
That's my story.
I wanted to make sure that I got the right bet in.
Hanover 6, York Tech nothing in the first. York, so we're here. Red Lions 7, Southwestern 7. So we got a big battle at the Corral tonight, and York High is leading Spring Grove in the second quarter, 29-6. You were right, the West York Wyomissing game is tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
So they didn't build lights in there overnight. So, quite a couple of these really stand out to me right away. That is New Oxford playing Central close. The odds are real. And Downstown going to Northeastern coming off a loss, and they're giving Skapansky's group fits right now. And Red Lions Southwestern is much better than any of us knew they would be going in. Jesse Shea, Red Lions coach, told me before the season, watch out for them. He knew they were going to be better, and they're finding out firsthand tonight. So some intriguing scores, and again, the Dover 21 Eastern. Nothing surprised me because Eastern has shown they can score a point.
Right.
Except when they played Suburban last week. Well, but that's a different story.
That's a different story, and that's a different horse here.
But Dover, winless, 21-0.
One.
So, but...
all right, we'll go to break, and then we'll come back for this.
If you've been thinking of going to college and you would like to play sports when you get there, join our team. Earn a Penn State degree and continue to play the sports you love. 6 collegiate sports are now available, including baseball, soccer, men's basketball, women's softball, and women's volleyball. For more information, check out our website at PennStateYorkSports.com. Once again, that's PennStateYorkSports.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
York's home for the NFL. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 12 on the clock. We're getting ready. Kennard-Dale's going to kick off the Suburban. Suburban's going to open the second half on offense. Steve, what are you looking for coming out second half?
The thing that is, I think the first series for the Kennard-Dale defense is absolutely crucial. If they can, you mentioned it before the half, they did get a stop. They prevented Suburban to score, which may have put the game away. So now what we need to see is, can they, get a field position battle here? Getting out, get the ball back, and then maybe they're in business. But it's going to start with the defensive stop. Easier said than done against this Trojans offense.
Well, number 15, who's going to kick it off here? Number 15, Ryan Jones for Kennard-Dale, and back deep are two guys you do not want to see. Nate Banks and Savion Harris. First thing you got to do is stop them from running it back. And that's a loose ball at travel 10 yards. Who's got it? Let's see.
That's what they tried on the last kickoff.
Right?
They bounced it off a player.
Let's see. Suburban signal.
And official signal.
Suburban
got the ball. That was close.
It was close.
That was close. And
but
the idea there isn't necessarily onside, but it's to kick it low and hard. If it hits somebody, then you have a free for all.
All right. But the problem now is it did not work. It's a short kick. You give them the short field. Now your defense got to stand up.
But with Suburban's offense, I just don't know that you worry about that there because they can score from anywhere on the field.
All right, well, right now for quarterback, Camden Brewer is on the field. 5'11", 175-pound sophomore under center, and he hands off to Nate Banks. And guess what?
Harrison again.
I'm sorry, Savion Harrison. That's a touchdown.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, what'd I say?
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, he juked the guy, he juked the man at the 10-yard line. He went laterally 2 yards, stopped on a dime, lateral 2 yards. See ya, touchdown.
I feel bad for Mr. Vipperman there because, that was not, young man, you did what you had to. He just juked it, so.
And with 11:42, 18 ticks of the clock, Suburban just went 52 yards in 18 seconds. Here comes the extra point. No, it's going to two. And there it is.
Wow. Well done.
Pineda. Nice job by number 24, Nate Banks.
Nate Banks, a nice pass.
Yeah, nice back for a running back.
Yeah.
But there you go. So, boom, boom.
Yeah.
18 seconds, and it's 28-7 with 11:42.
Yeah.
And we'll take a break.
Yep.
Teamwork, commitment, and passion. Those three words are the foundation of what has made Brown's Orchards and Farm Market a favorite Southern York County destination for 70 years. Stop in for crisp, juicy apples, meet friends in the cafe and coffee bar, or shop the greenhouse for fall decorating. And while you're there, grab your favorite Browns football party food and cheer on your team. We applaud every player and fan for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. BrownsOrchards.com.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the way Kennard-Dale wanted to open a half, but Suburban, and that's speed. Speed kills.
One-play drives are usually not going to result in good, and it did not that time.
Kills. And number 12, David Moy, about to kick this away to the Rams. And if you want to talk about an important possession, that's going to be, again, now see, that's the kind of mistake you don't want to make. I know you're up 28-7, and some people will say to you, it really doesn't make a lot of difference. Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of difference down the line.
Yeah.
You got to understand, kick the ball in play. That puts the ball at the 35-yard line. Not the 20, not the 15, at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Kennard-Dale.
You're right, because I don't think they're necessarily trying to avoid kicking it to somebody. Listen,
no.
I covered that 2008 West York team that had Brandon Reel returning kicks. By the end of the year, nobody was even kicking near him. They would intentionally kick it out of bounds and take their chances because Reel was running them all back.
All right, Copenhagen under center. Here we go. He pitches to Nolan. Nolan's got a head of steam, and I'll tell you what, look at this kid. 15 yards, maybe 17 yards to about the 48. That's where they're going to mark it. So 17 by Nolan Smith on a first play from scrimmage around right end. Nice pitch and run by the young man. The man's got great initial speed.
Yeah, and he moves his feet while watching where his lanes are, where his blocks are, and that time he didn't even have to wait for the block because it was a pitch out, and he was gone. Not a typical wing T play there, Andy.
No, it's not. And he's, Gruber's throwing a lot of stuff at him right now. Copenhagen under center. Number 7 has it in a positive yardage there, 4 yards, and that's number 7, who I do not have. We're going to have to look on the roster for that.
Yeah, I didn't have him on my depth chart, but
Avery Cummings.
Yep.
Avery Cummings. So, with 10:41 left, 28-7 Suburban lead. Copenhagen brings him out. It's 2nd and 7. Again, he's got Avery Cummings back behind him. This one's given to McCleary, who gets jammed right at the line of scrimmage. Pineda.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, that was Pineda that got him from behind and slowed him down.
And gave him, held him up, and the rest of them just hammer him. Nice job. Pineda doing a nice job in there tonight. He does a nice job. He's on the short side of the field, and that seems to be where Kennard-Dale wants to go. All right, Copenhagen again. Avery Cummings still in the backfield. Nolan Smith not on the field right now. Giving him a McCurry. There's the reverse. Number 14. And number 14, that's Darius Bailey on the reverse. Gets positive yardage, but not enough for a first down. So here we go. You're down 21 points, Steve. You got a 4th and 3. On Suburban side of the field, do you go for it?
Oh, I think you've got to.
Well,
at
maybe
this point,
you try to draw them off.
Yeah. No, I think you go for it. I just saw Nolan come back out on the field somewhere. I think the ball's got to get in that young man's hands.
I think so. So Copenhagen brings him out. Ball on the Suburban 41, 4th and 3. Let's see if they try to draw them off or they're going to run a play.
Watch out the dump pass here.
Okay.
Really see that coming. Nope, pitch to Nolan.
Oh, and a nice job by number
Banks.
24, Banks, with a great tackle right around the waist. He didn't gain 1 yard or maybe 2.
That may be Nolan's shortest run of the game.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thank you, Logan.
And Banks knew, right? Yep. Banks actually knew who was going to get and read the man and wasn't going to let him get to where he needed to get to. So we switch over on downs. 8:58 left, 28-7 Suburban. Camden Brewer still in the quarterback. And he's going to be in the shotgun. So 5'11", 175 sophomore. Asks for the ball. He gets it. Gives it to Harrison on the way back. Harrison breaks free. But nice run that time. That's about a 15-yard run from scrimmage for Mr. Harrison. And he made two great moves to make it. Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah.
Gave him the hip and took it away. But chunk plays, they stop him on 4th down. Now you get the chunk play. Now you're in Kennard-Dale's territory. The whole book opens up. This kid Brewer can do whatever he wants here. You got an I formation. We didn't see this only a couple times tonight behind Brewer. And the ball's given to Banks that time, who's in the second level, still on his feet. Positive gain, 7 yards, brings up 2nd and 3. Showing a little mix with the I formation when it goes under center.
Yeah, and the thing of it is now what can happen, because there's a couple of plays up towards the middle and that. And now you're making the defense work a little bit. They've been on the field, big plays, but not necessarily long drives. Well, now you get a drive, they're going to be tired.
Right. And again, I formation behind Brewer, man in motion. And again, Banks right up the middle, and it's close to a 1st down. If he's going to maybe a little short.
Half a yard short.
Okay. So 3rd and a half a yard, I'm sure Suburban's in 2-down territory. But you get behind one of them big horses, I don't know. I'd make Garth Bailey, let's make him earn that right tackle spot. I'd go right up over him. Okay, Garth, give me a block. I'll follow you. Thinking Nate Banks getting in behind. Nate Banks at 5'9". Yeah, right. 5'9", getting in behind 6'7".
Yeah.
No, quarterback sneak and Brewer, and it's a 1st down. So, clock moves, 7-11. 28-7 Suburban, 1st and 10. Ball just inside Kennard-Dale's 35-yard line. So Suburban right now having their way with the defense of Kennard-Dale. Like you said, they're getting tired. Now it's hat on hat, middle of 3rd quarter, and they're getting tired. Here it comes in a shotgun. Ball given to number 26.
That Terrell Savory on that carry.
So a lot of guys getting time here. Terrell Savory picks up maybe 3, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. And again, you've got to get some guys off that bench for Kennard-Dale now, because you're front.
They're starting to move them in. I saw J.J. Kennedy had out, and I know, of course, that hopefully he's just getting a rest, because that would be a huge loss.
Right. In a shotgun. He's back to throw. There it is. Nice little pass out there. That's a 1st down. Nice.
And that's more.
Nice move by Moy that time. Caught it on like a 7-yard button hook and gave him one hip. Took it away inside the 20 at the 17. 1st and 10. Suburban. They're up 21 with 6:05 left and driving. They want more, and this is a nice drive they put together here. This is a controlled drive by the second, basically not your second unit, but your second quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay, getting him some valuable time. So you get your sophomore some valuable time here. He wants to throw. He's back. He's got a man wide open. Harrison, and he just came up a little short that time. Just a little short. Nice job, though, that time. Got back. Great protection. Big pocket. A lot of time to throw.
You know, that is somebody that it's easier to underthrow than overthrow with his speed.
Absolutely.
I mean, so you're going to underthrow a guy that runs that fast.
Andy Lack said, just throw it up here. He'll go get it.
Yeah.
All right. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 17-yard line at Kennard-Dale. You got Harrison deep behind. And it's Harrison on the carry around left end, but Kennard-Dale doing a nice job of bottling him up right there. Positive gain, couple of yards, but it's going to make it 3rd and long.
DJ Nolan got in the backfield and forced Harrison to make a shift, a move there, and Gabe Holslander came in, and he's actually played. Holslander's played really well tonight. The ends for Kennard-Dale have impressed me, and obviously Nolan coming up out of the backfield, but there's just too many horses. I guess that's why they're the Trojans.
Right, and right now it's just too many positive plays. And there's Banks, fake. Brewer wants to throw. He's got a man in the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
Pineda again.
Pineda on a nice crossing pattern.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, Brewer put that one right on the money, and that's a nice drive of
controlled drive,
55 yards roughly for Suburban after stopping Kennard-Dale on the 4th and short, and now we got Griffin Smith in to kick the extra point. He's missed one tonight. Let's see what he does here. 4:52 left, 34-7. And I believe we're about to make it 35-7. That one's good. So with 4:52 left in the 3rd quarter, it's 35 for the Trojans, 7 for the Kennard-Dale Rams. We'll go to break.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, welcome back to the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter. There's 4:52 left in that 3rd quarter, and it's 35-7, the Trojans over the Rams. The most points given up by Kennard-Dale in 3 years. What?
Yeah, this year.
This year, I'm sorry.
So, and the thing that is, the Rams come in 3-1, and their loss was to just a tough matchup. Solanco, who I've seen twice this year.
Got a fall on it right there. Squib kick again. Everybody now with the squib kick. So they're going to get the ball about the 34-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. 33. So 1st and 10, Kennard-Dale from the 33-yard line, down 35-7. They need something positive to happen here. They got to finish this game out strong. They've not played a bad game. They're just getting beat by a team that's much, much better than they are.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty easy to look at it that way. We see that, and to say we're shocked, we're not.
No.
In that, and it is. Yeah, get positives in that. That is, they can.
That's what you want to do.
Yep.
Copenhagen gives it to McCleary. McCleary stopped at the line of scrimmage right there. That's the play, that little off-tackle play where McCreary comes 2 steps to his right and then goes to that tackle slot. I don't like, it's too slow developing in the backfield. You need the quick hitter with this defensive line as big as they are.
Well, and that's the thing, is it looks even slower to develop considering the line they're going up against. And Spellman comes off the bench, replaces a starter.
Right.
And he's all over the place.
Right. So, you got Pineda right there.
Yeah.
Copenhagen given again, number 14, positive yard. Bailey,
nice
Darius
run.
Bailey with a nice run of about 15 yards. That gets him almost to midfield. He's going to be stopped on a 49-yard line. That's a first down play. And Kennard-Dale's in business at 49, and we got somebody down right now.
I think we got 2 players. I got players from each side down.
Number 12, that's David Moy.
Yeah, Moy.
And I don't know who is down for Kennard-Dale at 52.
Yep, that would be Grant Cooper.
Okay.
Big hand for Grant Cooper.
All right, everybody seems to be all right. We're up and at it, but nice play that time. Run.
He made a nice move after when he got through the line, and then he's in the secondary. That move got him the first down and probably 6 more yards.
Right, so from the 49, their own 49-yard line, they got a 1st and 10. Positive plays. They know the kids know better. The kids on the field know better than anybody else where the pecking order is.
Right.
Okay. Right. So I'm not saying the Kennard-Dale came in here without thinking they didn't have a chance to win, but
But have the Rams built? Are they building something for the future?
Absolutely.
I mean, McCleary graduates this year, but I like what's returning for the Rams.
And you've either got a hold there or pass interference.
Now, flag came up through into the line.
Okay. Let's see what they did here. Nice pass, but he overthrew it. Really good coverage that time back there by Mr. Harrison. And they're going to back him up. This is going to be a hold.
That'd be holding then.
Holding Kennard-Dale, and that's not what they need.
Nope, that is personal foul chop block, so that's a biggie.
Wow.
That's a biggie. That's 15 from the spot. So you've got second down and
a ton.
And a lot. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It stayed first down, but that's a long way to go.
First down and let's see, 20, 30. It's like the guy on the longest yard.
Yeah.
35, 40. Right. Copenhagen under center, gives to McCreary. McCreary right now breaks a couple of tackles, and he's on the loose.
He got a first down
out there.
More.
Oh, and more. He's still going. McCreary all the way down to the 10-yard line. That play started on the 32, and I'll tell you what, for a big man, he can pick him up and put him down.
Yeah, 57-yard carry there.
Wow.
And and it took Moy's speed to run him down.
So with a first and 30 basically, or 28. Nice play. Draw that up every time. So you got a 1st and 10 with the ball on the 11-yard line. So Kennard-Dale can actually get to the 1 and get a first down here.
Of course, they
got to punch it in here.
Yeah. Of course, I'm talking about future, and then the senior just runs off a huge play.
And there's Nolan
speaking
with a nice
future,
cutback. And he gained a couple. But in that situation, and the young man will learn, not so much moving laterally. You got to get north and south down here. You're inside the 15-yard line. You want to hit that hole, man, and boom, put your head down and go.
Well, the field gets smaller. There's no question about it. And where maybe you could get around the end at the 40, it's a lot harder to do at the 10.
2:25 left. They're inside the 10-yard line on the 8-yard line. 35-7. Suburban over Kennard-Dale. Copenhagen under center. The ball's given to McCreary and chased down from behind. Wow, number 58. 56, I'm sorry. Nazir Spellman, I tell you.
That's
a big boy, Nazir Spellman, 56.
He fought off the block. That's
6'3", 280, and caught McCreary from behind.
And he fought off the block and caught a running back from behind at that size.
Right. And that's a loss of 2 yards.
And he wasn't even a starting lineman when the season,
Here we go. Copenhagen under center. He wants to throw. He's back. Nice catch.
Clary, did he get in?
No, buddy. He can get a first down. He can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Depends on where they spot it.
Yeah.
And I believe he's got a first and goal.
Down. The thing of it is, too, and somebody may say, well, if he stretches it out, if he tries to stretch it out, maybe it's the old Bill Belichick play. Don't stretch the ball out because he doesn't want a turnover.
He knew he could get the first down inside the 1. So Kennard-Dale right now got the ball in good field position, got the big penalty, the big run by McCreary. They're knocking on the door with minute 6 in the third quarter. And they want Nolan Smith to take it in, and he walks in 1 yard, touchdown, Nolan Smith. Or excuse me, DJ Nolan. I'm sorry.
So good.
Nice drive by the Kennard-Dale Rams. Down big. You could have packed it in and said, you know what, this one's over. No, they did not. Nice drive. They put it all together. Suburban got some.
That drive is something they could build on next week, next month, and next
blocked.
year.
The PAT blocked. And so 35-13 with 56 seconds. We're going to keep it here, okay? And you're right. You build on it for next year, and that's what you're doing. Suburban right now seems to me to be the class of D2. They're
I think
far
what
and
we're
away.
going to see
Is it the Gettysburg game?
Gettysburg and Suburban, and you know, I wasn't sure. I knew Gettysburg was good. They were good last year, division champs. But when I saw what they're doing tonight against Susquehannock, 29-0 at the half, I'm thinking, yeah, that game is going to be the one in Division 2.
That'll be interesting. Where is that game this year?
We're going to find out.
Am I taking a long ride? Logan, are we taking a long ride for the Suburban Gettysburg game? Do I need to pack a lunch or what?
You do know they fought a battle there, Andy.
I do know that.
I know you weren't at it, but no, you're.
I was close.
See, I have to enjoy time with you because, you know, Saturday mornings during my normal radio gig, I know I'm old. So, and Logan over there is laughing because he's heard it.
Right.
So,
35-13, 56 seconds left in the Maple Donuts third quarter. And again, ball on the ground and touched. So they're going
to make them kick it again.
Absolutely. I would too.
So
they're going to back them up 5. Make them kick them. Make it kick it from the 35.
So October 11th here at Dick Mayfield is the Gettysburg York Suburban game. So we're 3 weeks from that.
I'm sure we'll be here.
Offsides is the call again.
All right. Offsides? Wow.
Oh, so they lined up offside before the kick went out of bounds. So
now you're going to give York Suburban what you did not want to do, better field position than they were going to get. It's been all Suburban here, but a nice drive to answer opening this, you know, in the third quarter by Kennard-Dale. So Kennard-Dale, there's no quit in the Rams. And what?
No.
No whistle was played. They never blew the whistle to start play.
Okay. And a nice catch right there on a short kick.
Catch.
And look at this, all the way, and he catches the ball, one of the up banks.
How was that freshman, Mr. Benevania?
Mr. Benevania with the quick hands, caught it right at his face mask on the 30-yard line, advances the ball into Kennard-Dale territory. They're going to mark it. Let's see where they put it.
43?
Yep, 43-yard line.
Well, how about catching that ball? It had a little spin on it.
It's great hands when you can catch the ball on a kick like that, because that thing's wobbling all different kind of ways. All right, here we go. Still underneath center. Camden Brewer. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a direct snap to Harrison. Little wildcat, huh?
Wildcat by the Trojans.
And that gives you a no gain. So Andy Locks may take that one and throw it away.
Yeah.
But this is a game to try it. So Panetta comes in. Do they have a quarterback? Here he comes.
Yep.
Brewer now steps on the field. So he said, okay, we tried the Wildcat.
Yep. And I see Max Reinecker there on the sideline. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's just a matter of giving the sophomore some playing time.
And I think that's a good thing to do. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
I formation here and positive yardage by number 2. Savion Harrison gets about 4. We'll give him 4.
Yep. Nolan on the stop with McCleary.
Make it 3rd and 6. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the third quarter with our score. York Suburban 35, Kennard-Dale 13.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're at the York Mitsubishi. Fourth quarter. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans. Camden Brewer in the shotgun at the Kennard-Dale 40-yard line and Suburban jump. Number 12, and that's what you don't want. That's the mistake that cost you. You know, in this game, it's not going to hurt you. But those are the kind of loss of focus that the coaches, they hate that. That is something that's brought on yourself, you know, in a big game, like a Gettysburg game.
Yeah.
That kind of play right there can kill you in a tight tie ball game, up 3, down 3.
Especially on 3rd down.
Absolutely.
Especially on 3rd down.
Right. So now it's 3rd and 11. Ball on the 44. Brewer wants it. He wants to roll out. Nice block right there. But he threw it in the ground, and I believe we got a hold.
We got a hold.
Flag on the field. The pass is intended for number 12, David Moy. Falls incomplete.
Holding against the Trojans. So 11:53 left, fourth quarter. Trojans are going in the wrong direction. Okay? And now getting a little sloppy, and that's not what you want to get here. You know.
Holding against York Suburban.
Kennard-Dale declined the penalty to get it to 4th down here. You know,
and they're going to punt.
They need the ball. They can't do anything without the ball.
So Nate Banks doing the punting here? Yep, okay. So Mr. Banks is going to drop back. And deep is number 26, and that's Josh Vipperman. Let's see if he gets a chance to get his hands on the ball and run this one back. Let's see if Kennard-Dale can keep the Gunners from getting there. Oh, no, it's a fake.
Run, and
that's not good.
Gonna work.
Nope. Nice job that time. Blew it up right there is number
76.
Is that who that was? I believe it was 67 blew it up. 67 for
Jeffrey Mathena.
Okay. That's who blew the play up. Might not have made the tackle, but he blew the play up. So, Trojans give Kennard-Dale great field position at their own 48-yard line. Now, 11:46 left. Kennard-Dale needs to do something with it. Again, 35-13. You got the ball. A lot of time on the clock. Your whole playbook works here. J.J. Kennedy coming to this side. Copenhagen under center.
That's Bailey in motion.
Darius Bailey, and at that time just licked right 2 yards deep. And who is that, Mr. Banks?
That would be Banks.
Yes.
The smaller of the Banks. There's 2 Mr. Banks.
Okay, there's the 5'9" one and the 5'7" one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because you have Devontae Banks, 6'3", 245. Okay. And then you have Nate Banks, 5'9". And
what's with the air quotes?
Well,
I just wondering.
5'9".
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, but he really, he
nice
read it
job
perfectly.
that time.
He
really.
did.
Nice job. They had nowhere to go. Loss of 1. So it's 2nd and 11. Copenhagen brings him out. You got DJ Nolan in the backfield, along with Wyatt. He wants to throw. And that developed. That was a throwback across the field. I'm not sure exactly what Kennard-Dale's doing now, but they're going in the wrong direction. So Copenhagen rolls to his right, throws back to number 7. No,
that went to Vipperman.
They went to Vipperman.
Backfield, and Spellman just blew it up. He was just there ready for it.
So Chris Grube has to bring out his 3rd and 18.
Yeah.
Right, his 3rd and 18 play page, which has, I'm not sure there's any plays on that page. Oh, and there is a
sack.
Sack,
you know.
And right now, the Trojans, that was number 53.
Yep.
Garth Barkley, I believe, yeah.
And,
Garth?
yeah. Barkley and Toman, and
Okay.
Toman coming off the bench made a couple big plays for Suburban. I think they're winning now. They're really winning that battle up front,
Right.
and we're starting to call the linemen's names a little more than we did in the first half.
So 4th and a ton, 29, gets the punt off. It's short. They're going to let it bounce. And that's where they're going to take over right there. Smart play. He did. If that ball would have bounced towards Bank, he was picking it up and going. But as it is, they're going to start at the 35, 9:28 to go. And in a 35-13 game. All right, here we go. Suburban, 65 yards away from the goal line. You're going to have, let's see, Brewer still under center. Savion Harris still in the backfield along with Banks. That's got to scare you to death if you're a linebacker. Okay? 1st and 10. Oh,
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
a new player, 39.
And that would be Jamal Lewis with positive yards. That time he gets
Called
a nice
his name on
5.
defense. Now he just got to carry the ball.
Okay. So Brewer back in. Savion Harris is in along with Jamal Lewis. David Moy comes to this side of the field. Number 1 to the other side of the field. I don't know who that is. Or that's 7, I'm sorry. Jace Henderson on the other side. Nice catch by number 12 right there. High stepping on his sidelines. Gains 9. Or excuse me, gains 4. I think it's going to come up short. No.
It's going to be close.
Okay.
Midfield.
No, they're giving him a first down. Yep, first down. That ball moved around a lot. And right in front of us.
Yeah.
So Kennard-Dale, 8:40 left, 35-13. Suburban on top and kind of cruising here right now.
Yeah. I'll say this, though. A lot of the names we're calling for Kennard-Dale are sophomores.
Right.
I think this,
That's a fumble.
And I think
Savion Harris put it on the ground, but
yeah,
I believe it was Pineda jumped right
found
on
it and
it.
jumped right on it. But, like I was saying, a lot of these names we've called tonight, Mathena, Cooper, and certainly, on offense, Nolan, there's a lot of sophomores seeing significant time playing good roles for the Rams.
Avery Cummings, number 7, got a lot of time at running back. Okay, Copenhagen's a sophomore, yeah. So you get these guys in these big games. These are quality minutes that you that are good minutes to get. There's Brewer, gives it to Banks.
That was a Nolan. What a hit by Nolan.
Right, and then finished up by the linebacker.
Yep.
But DJ Nolan that time comes up there and made a nice job of tying that up. No gain, 3rd and 10. So Suburban right now happy to just kind of
keep the clock moving.
Right,
Most importantly.
exactly.
At this
7:24 left, 35-13, Suburban. And trips to our side here, the wide side of the field. Brewer under center, 3rd and 10. He wants to throw. He's going to roll. Oh, and he short-hopped it.
Yep.
He short-hopped it. And yet, when you get third, you got 3rd and 10 there, and you throw an 8-yard or 7-yard pass. I never understood that. Get to the sticks. Get yourself the first down if that's what you're trying to do. So, the punter comes out. Nate Banks, again, about the same place on the field they were last time, and Banks tried to run it. So let's see if we got another fake. I think the punt receiver's a little deep for Banks. I don't believe that Banks got that kind of foot. Well, no, he doesn't. Oh, he does.
Yeah,
okay.
he does.
Oh,
wow.
Wow, was that a clip? No flag?
I don't know.
No flag. So they're going to say he kind of fell on him. But no gain also. So the ball fielded at about the 20-yard line, and about that's where it's going to end up.
Yeah, and that was
so
Bifferman on the catch. And
1st and 10 for Kennard-Dale. ball on the 20-yard line, and we're in the Mitsubishi fourth quarter with 6:51 left in a 35-13 Suburban lead here. Suburban's had their way with them, going forward. The league, other than the Gettysburg League, I don't see them being challenged. I really don't if they can play this kind of football.
Now, as just kind of from what we know about most of the others, no. And I think on paper they're just a terrible matchup for virtually anybody.
There goes Darius Bailey with a positive 3-yard run that time on a handoff from Copenhagen, and he's down. Bailey's down.
He may, if he landed on the football, maybe.
I'm hoping that's what it is,
Yeah.
but right now he's hurting. So we're going to take a break while we have this injury timeout, and we'll be back in a minute.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
All right, welcome back. We're in an injury timeout right now. Vipperman's on the ground for Kennard-Dale. He's still down, okay? So we got
I think
both
it's Bailey.
teams.
Was it Bailey who carried the ball and couldn't really?
Right,
They're on the far side of the field.
So, and Steve, you were saying you thought maybe there might be something wrong with Reinecker, and I don't believe that's the case. I just believe that this is a smart job by Andy Locks to get his sophomore some playing time.
Yeah,
in a game against a team that can get it. I mean,
although they are bandaging him now, but again, my hunch, and again, we're up here, so my hunch is he could probably play if needed, but Burr's done a good job coming in too. So,
all right, he might have some kind of contusion or bruise on the throwing arm.
It could be just that old turf skin.
So, I believe Vipperman's up now. Okay, we got him up on his feet. Let's see, is he walking? Good job. All right. So, actually, he's being carried off by a couple of players. Might be some kind of leg injury. So, second down for the second down for the Rams, and about 6. Okay. 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Vipperman out of the game. Let's see who they bring in. We still got Copenhagen in there. 6:33 left. 35-13. 2nd and 6 for Kennard-Dale. Beautiful night out here tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. Give it to McCleary. He wants it all. He puts his head down and gets out close to first down. They're going to mark him right at the spot, and they're going to give him that first down. So 1st and 10, nice 7-yard run from Mr. McCreary, and nice job. We got some new guys in the game for Suburban. Suburban putting on an exhibition. 6:01, 6 minutes. We're under 6 minutes in the game. Kennard-Dale with a 1st and 10 at their own 30. Copenhagen has played the entire game at quarterback. DJ Nolan's still in there, McCreary. And there's that little crossing play, number 26.
That's
Vipperman.
Vipperman.
He's on the loose.
Showed some speed here too, Andy.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And
that was Moy that had to run him out of bounds.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it must have been Bailey was the one that was down on the other side. But yeah, I saw Vipperman's earlier plays. I didn't see that kind of speed. He just ran off 42 yards.
42 yards, and he broke it back across the grain once he got to the second level. Nice job again, Kennard-Dale. Starting line one way, motion one way, and then brought him back across the grain. He got free in the linebackers and was gone. You're right. Showed a lot of speed there.
And these plays are going to pay dividends down the road. This team is not losing 6 straight games.
No, not like they did last year.
Exactly.
And that has got to be a hold. No flag?
Nope, no flag. Maybe they felt it wasn't catchable, but usually the hold is before the ball's in the air that you would think.
Can we see a challenge on that? Pass interference challenge? Oh, they don't do that in high school?
They don't do that in high school, thank goodness.
Well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do it in the NFL either.
Right.
Okay, don't get me started on that. All right. Wow. Now we're 5:28. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 35-13 Suburban. 2nd and 10. Copenhagen just seems to be a little out of rhythm with his throwing motion. But again,
that's hard.
First start.
First start.
In this place.
And then in an offense that's not really designed to do it.
Right.
It's kind of forced a little bit.
Oh, and he's dead. And that's not good.
No.
That's not good. 64, Devontae Embry-Banks.
Yep, on the sack.
And number 53 got in there, Garth Barkley.
Yeah.
So that's 245, 255. That's about 500 pounds.
Yeah.
That was about 500 pounds laying down on you.
Going up against 170.
Right.
Yeah. That's and I can tell you what's usually going to win that battle.
500 pounds goes into 170 as many times as it wants to.
Precisely. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 19. About 19.
Yeah.
From the 37. Now we got a flag.
I didn't see delay a game. I did not see the arm go up in the last 5 seconds.
4:34. Now it's getting a little sloppy.
Yep.
4:30. Okay. They're going to pick it up and go timeout.
I still didn't see that arm go up.
Right. So we got a timeout. We'll take it with them, and we'll be right back.
Fair time is here, and Maple Donuts brings you a taste of the fair with their tasty cotton candy donut. Enjoy this treat through September 15th. This donut features cotton candy flavored cream, topped with fun blue and pink cotton candy color icing. With the autumn chill soon in the air, pumpkin season begins at Maple Donuts. You'll love their pumpkin coffee, cappuccino, pumpkin fritters, and donuts. Fair time or any time is the right time for Maple Donuts. At Maple Donuts, they know a thing or two about donuts.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Welcome back to the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter. We got 4:34 left in the 35-13 Suburban score here. Copenhagen under center, 3rd and 19. He wants to throw. He's back. He throws. He's got a man open. I'll tell you.
Going for Nolan.
DJ Nolan was maybe a pass he should have caught. He got a hand up near it. So what do you do here, Coach? You go 4th and 19. There's 4:28 left. You're down 24. You can't kick the field goal.
Nah, keep your offense on. If not, the worst case scenario is it's another play for several sophomores that are in the game.
So
give them another play.
I'd like to see him be able to. I'd like to see him be able to complete a pass, or maybe don't run the reverse. Run that little. Though you got Nolan wide, so you got the real wing T set up here. They're going to look for Nolan. Copenhagen wants to run, and he gains when a fumble.
Popped loose. I believe Barkley probably fell on the ball.
But that was a positive play for Kennard-Dale because he forwarded fumble.
Yeah.
So, ball goes over on downs. Suburban gets the ball.
And maybe Barkley's easiest fumble recovery he'll get in his high school career. The ball just popped right out near him.
Ball on the Suburban 33, 1st and 10.
The only thing that may have made that a little bit better if it had been Barkley tried to pick it up, because it would have been fun seeing a 6'7", 260-pound guy run down the field.
Not if you're a 150-pound defensive
trying to tackle.
Right,
good point.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So
it would have been fun for us.
Right. Offense is on the field. And here comes Harrison. He breaks into the secondary. Makes a couple guys miss, and he gets to midfield. So that's about a 17-yard run from scrimmage. First down, Suburban. He makes it look effortless. And I'll tell you, he's got some quick feet. Those lateral cuts. 16 yards on the play.
Yep.
Ball's on the 49.
Yep, just so
Suburban's
smooth.
49,
And he's coming out now. Good job, young man. Your night is done.
Yes. Number 82, Andrew Daniels, a 5'11", 155-pound junior, comes wide to our side. Camden Brewer under center. Ball's handed off. And I did not get the number. Michael Benavenia, the freshman Benavenia, getting a little time in there at running back. So I've seen him play defense. Now I'm getting to see him on the offensive side of the ball. I like this kid.
Yeah.
Little guy, tough guy.
Mind you yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I quit playing running back early. I went to wide receiver. I wanted my career to last more than 2 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got hit last 7.
And there he goes again. Benavenia into the secondary, and I'll tell you what. Gets grabbed by the jersey by, who is that? Number 10? Was number 10 for Colin Griffin. Saves a touchdown because Benavenia was out of here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 33
23 yards, 23 yards on the carry for Benavenia, and he just burst right up the middle. Follow the big guys.
Jedediah Peters with the long arm shirt tackle there.
Benavenia again, 8 yards deep. 8 yards deep behind Cameron Brewer. Yeah. And he gets the ball again. Follows his blocks. He wants outside, but that time, he's still loose. And turns nothing into about a 5-yard gain, and he did that all on his own.
He's a freshman.
Quick feet, great movement both ways. Slippery little guy. Well, think about it. This kid is, all right, Mike Benavenia, 5'7", 170. If he's 170, I'm 245.
Yeah.
I know I do that a lot, but I am. Minute 48 left in the game. 35-13. Suburban wants a touchdown here, or just run out the clock. Benavenia on the pitch. Cuts it back. He's inside the 10-yard line to about the 9, maybe the 8. I'm going to give him the 9. First and goal. Minute 27 on the clock. The clock is stopped.
Something I saw on that one.
First down.
Terrell Savory, senior, doesn't get a ton of playing time. He just came out of the backfield and leveled somebody on a block. Now, that's a kid saying, I'm a senior. Go ahead, freshman. Follow me.
There you go.
Great block.
Benavenia, again, behind Brewer. Brewer to Benavenia. Benavenia stumbles in the backfield, but still able to pick up about 3 or 4. We're under a minute to go. 59 seconds. Suburban's going to walk away and go to 5-0. 5-0.
Midway point of the regular season.
Point of regular season already?
Yep. Wow.
Unbelievable.
You know, I say that every year, and of course, the last 2 years we've started a week earlier, and so it really does sneak up on you.
38 seconds left. Brewer wants the ball. Gives it to the upback, number 26, and I believe he's in.
He is in, but we have a flag in from the side. I believe that's going to be holding.
Let's see what we got. We got 30 seconds left. Nice design play that time. Number 26, Terrell Savory, nice run, holding.
That is indeed holding.
So that's going to back him up. Going to still make it second down.
Take it to back about the 11 or 12, I'm thinking. And then it'll stay first and goal.
So ball placed at the 11-yard line. So
second goal from the
that's
second goal.
So second and goal. You got 30 seconds remaining in the game. 35-13. And Brewer under center. You got Benevania.
I'm thinking we got victory formation.
Right, I believe that's what we do, and I think that's a classy thing to do. There it is. And that's the game.
And it's tough to do because, these guys that don't get a lot of time on offense come in and want to score, but...
Yeah, but that's all right.
I like what Andy did. I totally
he's
agree
a
with you.
class. That's a class act.
Yep.
Okay, there's no reason to rub it in. So, as the clock ticks down from 10, Suburban goes to 5-0 with this 35-13 win over Kennard-Dale. Complete game, really nicely done by Suburban. But I'll tell you what, I give Kennard-Dale and their young kids a lot of credit. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, what we saw from Kennard-Dale, we knew McCleary, a senior, and we knew a couple of their components, but a couple of these sophomores were really impressive to me tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it in the postgame, the Penn State York postgame show coming right up after this.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Yet rolls. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Salvo's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you build it, he will come.
So the famous line goes in the classic baseball movie Field of Dreams. Well, at Brooks Huff Tire and Auto Center, we did just that. We built a family-owned, friendly, clean, state-of-the-art, multi-location tire and auto repair business that covers all four corners of York County.
Go the distance.
For over 75 years, Brooks Huff has been serving its customers and stands behind its work nationwide for 24 months through the Goodyear Tire Service Network and the Napa Auto Care Program. Unexpected vehicle repairs can hurt the family budget, but our preferred customer card offers special deals, rebates, and up to 6 months no-interest payments on many services. And from September 3rd through the 17th, get up to $325 back on a set of 4 select Goodyear tires.
People will come, Ray.
Come visit Brooks Huff at our Shrewsbury, Leader Heights, Hanover, and Manchester, Pennsylvania stores before the offer disappears into the cornfield. Or visit us on the web at www.brookshuff.com.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
All right, welcome back to our post-game show. And it is the Penn State York post-game show. Steve, just as Suburban's band setting up to give us the after-game job, this was a game that Suburban was probably at least a 21-point favorite. I thought Kennard-Dale showed really well, like you said, and made the point, and I like that. Played a lot of sophomores. You get them some solid playing time. I thought it was a well-played game. A couple of penalties here and there, but nothing like I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'll say to that. I just thought it was a well-played game, 35-13. I don't think is indicative of how well Kennard-Dale played against his Trojans.
No, I agree, because you only had 2 turnovers, but the one is in a late drive on 4th and 19. Right. You're going to try to do something goofy there. So, I mean, I agree with you. I think it was played really well. I think this is a game both teams can build on, but, the Rams can really, really build on this because, Gettys, we'll see what happens with Gettysburg, but on paper, this is probably the toughest team on their schedule.
Yeah, and you might be right.
And Gettysburg could be that too, but that leaves a whole lot of other division games that are very winnable.
So when we come back, we will get into some stats and go on while the band is Suburban is setting up. We'll be right back.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hi, this is Steve Navaroli.
Join me Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day, presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Tune in each week as we break down the latest in high school sports, including Friday night's big games, the week's top performers, and the rest of the sports scene both locally and nationally. Central PA Game Day, presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
All right. Welcome back to the post-game show, the Penn State York post-game show. I got some stats here for the Kennard-Dale Rams. So, Jake Copenhaver, in his first start as a sophomore for them at quarterback, was 5-9 for 53 yards. He was 2 carries for a -4 yards, and he had 1 9-yard TD pass. On the rushing side of things, Wyatt McCleary added to that 2,000-yard total. He had 12 carries for 91 yards, 3 receptions for 51, and a sack. DJ Nolan, 11 carries, 85 yards, and a 1-yard TD run. Josh Vipperman, 5 carries, 43 yards.
Almost all those on that one.
on that one, exactly. Darius Bailey, 8 carries for 50 yards. And Avery Cummings off the bench, 4 yards on 1 carry. So they had 219 yards rushing, 53 yards passing for a total of 272 against a very good Suburban defense. So that's something they can build on moving forward. And Kennard-Dale showed us some things tonight that going forward they're going to be a force to reckon with coming down. But Suburban also showed the fact that when you can score quickly like that, those big chunk plays, that makes your defense really have to play very disciplined, and it's tough sometimes.
Well, and the thing that is, you need to keep that offense on the sidelines, but that's so much easier said than done. It's like you'd have to grind out 16-play drives.
Right.
You don't see a lot of 16-play drives in high school football, though.
No, you don't. And
but that's how you keep that Suburban offense, from hurting you, is have them sitting over here where the players are sitting now watching the band.
Well, let's talk about the Suburban offense. Savion Harris, 13 carries, 135 yards, a 7-yard reception. He had a 46-yard TD and a 52-yard TD, okay? Max Reinecker, while he was in the game, he had 2-yard carry, 10-yard reception. He was 5 of 8 for 102 yards with a 48-yard TD. Nate Banks, 7 carries for 62 yards. He had a 52-yard reception and a 2-point conversion pass.
Yeah.
He passed the ball, okay? Isaiah Panetta, 3 receptions, 69 yards. He had a 48-yard TD, a 15-yard TD, and he was on the receiving end of that 2-point conversion. Cam Brewer, 2 yards on a carry, okay? 4 of 7 for 45 yards with a 15-yard TD pass. David Moy, 2 receptions for 20 yards. Garth Barkley and Hayden Toman had a half a sack each. Devontae Bax had a sack, and Donald Dent had a 5-yard reception. So they had 199 yards on the ground, 135 of them coming from Savion Harris, and Max Reinecker put up 102 yards. So a total of 30.
And you have Brewer's yards too, so you're about 150 total through the air. So about 350 yards of offense.
But gave up a total of 2. Again, this is something I think they need to clean up. 272, 350. You don't want to do that. That score was not indicative of the gap in yardage, just like the lone score here was not indicative, and that's because of those big chunk plays.
Well, I think the greater concern would become, how they would play in a tight fourth quarter. And I didn't see anything that said they're going to struggle in a tight game. I have seen teams that have had great records that I thought, when they play a tough game, they're going to be in trouble. I'm not seeing that at all from Suburban. I think they'll be ready. But, it does take a little, again, I think what we saw is going to be indicative of this team going forward. They're really good. They are really good. So
we'll get to see them again. I believe we're going to get to see them against Gettysburg. It's homecoming. The band's on the field now. We're going to try to get you a scoreboard update before we go to break. We'll see what we can do here. All right, we'll go to break, and then we'll come back for that.
Get your football party started with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Jet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Jet rolls. Get Best Jet 12 packs of soda and Best Jet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. First in York. First in sports.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
All right, welcome back to the Penn State York post-game show. And now we're going to give you the Sure Save Neighborhood Markets Player of the Game. And it was a unanimous vote. Savion Harris from York Suburban. 13 carries, 135 yards, a 7-yard reception. He scored on TDs of 46 yards and 52 yards. And radio, we did not do him justice on radio. To see him in person, once he broke the line of scrimmage, there was nobody catching him. He was gapping between guys, and they just could not close on him. He walked away from them.
And then his last touchdown, if you remember, he got actually angled, and then he made a move and cut it inside, to find the end zone. He made some tackles on defense. He just had an all-around terrific game.
All right, so that's our player of the game, and now we're going to give you the Browns Orchard Farmers Market Best Apple Pie, I'm telling you, in York County, ladies and gentlemen. Scoreboard updates.
Their chocolate peanut butter whoopie pies are pretty good, too.
Okay.
So, all right. Bermudian Springs shuts out Fairfield 43-0 in the fourth quarter. York Catholic 49, Biglerville 13. Central York opened it up after a close first half. They're leading New Oxford 40-7 in the fourth quarter. Northeastern, they broke that 7-all halftime tie, and they beat Dallastown 24-7. The Bobcats remain unbeaten. DeLone Catholic 27, Littlestown 0. Andy, you told me this was your upset or
my
your
upset
hunch,
pick.
Your pick. I still would have said you were nuts if you would have said a shutout.
I'm not picking a shutout, but I'm telling you what, DeLone, with that offense, DeLone can give you trouble.
They're just kids. They're just kids that needed experience. You saw it in week
absolutely.
1, and maybe what we're going to see from Kennard-Dale later in the season. Very similar. So great job, DeLone. Third quarter scored Dover 35, Eastern 13. Gettysburg, they ran that 29 halftime lead to the final, 29-0.
All you got to do is win them.
All you got to do is win.
There's
great job.
No, what do you call them? Prize points.
No. How about Hanover struggled? They gave up some points early on. They shut out York Tech 33-0.
Wow.
Great win by the Nighthawks. Southwestern, fourth quarter, 17, Red Line 14. That game's still going on to our knowledge at the Corral. I'm not shocked, if you will, but, anytime coming off a loss, Red Line's the last team I want to play coming off a loss. But the Mustangs, they're showing. They're
showing, absolutely.
Showing and York High 49, Spring Grove 14, much closer in the last couple of years. But to me, for the Bearcats to be able to get some separation is something they really didn't do the last 2 weeks, including a loss to Cedar Crest game I covered. That's a big win for York High. West York will play Wyomissing tomorrow afternoon.
All right, well, This has been fun. It's been 20 years since I did the play-by-play. Probably sounded that way. It was a great job working with you tonight. Everybody missed G. We'll get him back next week.
We knew we'd have fun. I mean, but we did not make a two old Italian men reference all night, so I got to throw it out there now. Where's my vino?
We got that coming. And I'll tell you what, without my man Logan over here, without Logan, this doesn't get done. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, without this guy to my left, Logan, I don't get this done because I don't have a clue where all these wires go. He's giving me stats. It's a great team up here.
I have worked with Logan a couple times in the he's helped me on my radio show tomorrow morning 9 to 11. Listen in, but Logan, I told Logan, hey, listen. Or I told you when you asked me to join you, I said, can we get Logan? Because I don't think I could have done it without him either.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You all have a nice night, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to WOYK's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution, bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night. Listen on the go with the WOYK app and online at WOYK1350.com. And make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 9 for Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli, presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, your source for a full look at all of Friday night's action. High school football plays here on York's home for local sports. Now, we rejoin our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.